Yo, when I'm potting with y'all, I gotta have my Irish coffee. So you know I'm you know already.
Irish coffee, eh?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure.
What about a British coffee?
No.
British coffee just have tea in it.
You're starting it, boy.
Just have tea in it.
How's my mic now?
You have to have a license to drink it.
He just sounds
I'll
better.
give you a
Alright, we
license
good.
in a minute for me.
We good. We in here. I just want to make sure because we got some stuff that we need to talk about. Let me get started, man. First off, what the fuck is wrong with Twitter, man? This morning, I'm seeing that the USA basketball team lost, right? They lost to a foreign country. And Barstool Sports, of course, Barstool Sports comes out and says, that country doesn't even have food. How did we lose to that country?
That's
Like
for real.
Yeah, like that's where you go?
No.
That's where you go.
That's crazy.
That is unfucking
It's a low blow, man.
It is. It's absolutely. And it wasn't even like, it was an exhibition game. So what the fuck? Like, and I said, way to be a piece of shit over a basketball game. Way to be a piece of shit. If these are the type of people that Barstool Sports hires, then what the fuck? Like, get out of my fucking face with this shit. This is why people don't like them.
Wait, what country? What country was it? Because I didn't even know.
I can check real quick. I can pull it up. I think it was Nigeria. I'm not sure. Let me pull it up real quick for y'all, so I can.
I was about to say, if it's like something like the UK, then I mean that's plausible.
No, you trust the UK already?
I am gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, Nigeria. Yeah, it was Nigeria.
I'm going to text you to beat you up, boy.
You know, you can't even, you know.
Yeah, it was Nigeria. And I just feel that it was very lowbrow and it was uncalled for to say. And the guy's like, oh, well, you know what? I'm just going to go watch UFC. Well, fuck you then. Why would you even say something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason.
Because they're stupid, that's why.
Yeah, they chose to be stupid. That's what they chose to do. And it absolutely is ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. And then we see that, and this is probably something Ben can chime in on because people are seeing it. So you're going to tell me that the royal couple is getting a trophy for only having 2 kids. They get a trophy for environmentalism. Yeah, for environmentalism.
Let's hear Ben's side.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like if you're in Britain, you don't give a shit about fucking royals. You don't. And there's so much shit. I don't care about America. I don't give a fuck about Prince Harry. Who gives less of a fuck about them? And this kind of children shit, like what the fuck? No one cares. Like go and have your fucking children. It's like how is this gonna gain anything? Like you're fucking having 2 children. Go and have 6 children. Go and have 20 billion children. I don't give a fuck.
I just find it funny.
And by the way, most of the royals are fucking killers, so go fuck yourselves.
They are. They're stuck in their old ways.
People want an award for having 1 child or no children. People want an award for adopting a child. People, like, you understand, this is for environmentalism, yet they're flying in private jets.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So is this just something that the UK is just not known for? They just don't have sex with each other? Or are they like just like, is that why they're passing out incentives?
No,
like,
hey. I don't know. I have no idea.
Hold on. My question is, since they give out awards, do you get an award for fucking their queen?
Well, do you really want to not
I mean, if he can get it up, I mean, I guess you deserve an award if he can get it up.
That'd be like a bucket list thing, I would assume, right?
I just don't understand why they need a trophy for this. Like, if that's the case, everyone deserves a trophy.
That just tells me it's a slow news day for them.
Well, even the media is baffled. They're like, dude, what the hell's going on here? Even the media.
This is such a non-story, and it's so pointless kind of shit. And the only thing I can remember, I know that it was, I think it's like that stupid, what was it, gender kind of thing for climate change, or you can only have.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah, the gender reveals.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that one gender reveals? Where the couple where they had a gender wrestling match.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. That was cool. I'll give him that one.
They said, where's the Korean big booty slut trophy? I don't know. They deserve some type of award, a medal, right?
Somebody needs to get on that.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to get on that.
I mean, you're giving out trophies for anything these days, right? So why not?
Might as well.
For being a Korean booty slut.
Why not? I'm for it.
Trophy. You get a trophy, and you get a trophy for being the biggest fucking slut out there.
Well, if we're talking about booty sluts, let me say something real quick. What the fuck is going on with Britney Spears? What the fuck?
Oh shit.
Like,
Look,
it's
look,
Britney Spears.
look. We are a pro Britney broadcast. All right, free Britney.
Yeah.
But I got a problem with what's going on because she's still locked down, and my problem isn't with her. My problem is with her dad for keeping this going, and my problem is with her man. Like, let's put this in perspective real quick. All right, why are you not out there saying everything? I mean, if you're supposed to be riding, dying for Britney, right? Why are you not?
Because he's lazy.
That's what I'm saying. Why is he not at every corner saying something? Why is he out there with the protesters every day? Why is he not out there when someone puts a camera in his face and says, "What do you have to say about it?" Why is he taking every second of the day to back her?
To defend her, yeah.
Because
Because he's a pathetic ass little piece of crap.
See,
Kevin Fairline should not exist.
The only thing
that was before him. This is after
long.
Oh, this is a new guy?
Yeah, he got. Yeah,
I thought she was
Yeah,
still with
damn,
that
dude,
dude.
you're stuck in fucking 2005 or some shit, dude. God damn.
Okay, well,
No,
it shows how long I kept up with that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is way after him. And the guy, like, I'm sorry, but if this is the one, because let's be honest here, Britney Spears is at the top 1%. All right, she makes millions. She still has her show in Vegas, which makes millions. And
Millions and millions.
Yeah, and she picks you to be the guy, right? Aren't you going to try to secure that bag by any means?
Here's the. I mean, you gotta wonder why he's not in on it. But at the same time, here's what I think about the whole thing is that it baffles me. I had no idea until this whole Britney Spears thing came to light. I had no idea you could literally own a person in America like that.
Pretty much what's going on.
I had no fucking clue.
Yeah,
let alone a celebrity.
You declare her mentally incompetent, and then you just own her. That's crazy.
That's the weirdest shit I've ever heard of, and that's the weirdest loophole. And I think, I really think there should be some kind of legislation, or I wouldn't say. You know what? No, I'm less for government involved in shit, but I just think that there should be. I think there should be. I don't know. There's got to be something that can be done to where this shit doesn't happen again to other people.
Well,
because that shit's horrible, man.
But this is kind of like what leads to like modern slavery. That's how you're doing it. You're owning a person. You can't own a person.
Here's the thing: when it's so blatantly obvious, she's not mentally inept. She's obviously not an idiot. I mean, you can see her. She knows how to form words and sentences and shit.
Yeah, and on top
I've seen people with Downs. I've seen literally mentally retarded people like live on their own.
He used the R word.
Yeah.
We're not safe anymore.
Like,
We're done. We're done. Special needs.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, that.
But I mean, let's be honest here, though. I mean, they're declaring her mentally incompetent, but she's competent enough to go on stage and do all those acts and know her choreography and know her songs word for word and still be able to do. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all.
There's
something there that they're not entirely saying.
They just want to hold on to the money and control it. And I'm sorry, but if I'm the guy that she picks to be the guy for life, I'm kicking down the door. I'm kicking down the door. Dad is getting fucked up. I mean, look, I may go to jail for it, but hey, I'm securing the bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only counterpoint I would have though is maybe she doesn't want the media coming after her anymore because she's had enough of that shit, with all the harassment she got through to get into that stage of life, like that situation. So maybe she's saying, "Look, just don't fucking do anything. Just fuck off. Do your own thing."
Yeah.
But then again, I wouldn't take that shit. Like as a man, you ain't gonna take someone bullying your woman. You know? You're gonna fucking fight for her and shit.
This is her estate, but I mean, if she doesn't have a say-so in her own estate, and of course she can speak for herself as she has already, he has to show support. And I don't think he's shown enough public support. Personally, I don't think he is.
Probably not showing support at all.
Also, like, what the fuck's with the course? Like, can he just fucking allow it not to happen? Because you can see the father abused her and there's proof there. So, like, let's fucking just give it to her, her or someone else.
We heard they were forcing injections on her that she didn't want to take.
Yeah.
Like, this is some, like, supervillain shit.
Like, they first started going to mental asylum as well. Like, they said you go to the mental asylum.
Shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is all the first, like, I've heard of this. So, like, I mean, it shows, like, how
You've never heard
I was. And I didn't.
Dude, It's all over the fucking news, man.
It really has.
It's crazy that everyone's like America has its whole entire eyes on this whole thing, and yet somehow the courts rule in
still
her father's favor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Her dad
And
is
it's like,
her dad is
how
a
though?
piece of crap anyway. He's
Well,
greedy.
he's literally cashing in on her success, and he has full
Yeah.
control over it, and
He
it's disgusting. And you would think though that her man, if she was incompetent, she was mentally incompetent, you would think that they would be like, okay, well then, care of her estate or whatever goes to her husband. At least, I mean, that's still not good, but at least logically that would make more sense than her dad.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think he's doing enough to show.
It would go to her spouse.
It's very spineless of him. I understand that he's playing a high stakes game where you gotta be careful what you say because lawyers will come after you and whatever. I get that, but at the end of the day, you got to show Brittany that look, I'm here to support you through the end to the end. If it means I gotta fight for you, if it means you know what I mean, you have to show how far you're willing to go. And the fact that this guy just doesn't say anything. And I don't want to say it's out of respect for her because she can say what she wants to say. She's already said it, and they still like just ignored her pretty much. It's
Also,
highway time.
Oh boy.
but also the one thing.
Her dad is her manager, right?
Yeah, he takes care of everything at this point. He's just conservatorship. That's all it is. He takes care of everything, and I just feel it's very disingenuous to do that to your own daughter. That's not helping her. She's a grown woman at this point. Grown ass woman. You cannot. No, she's been a grown ass woman for a long time. She knows how to handle herself.
If she goes away, the money goes away, and then the dad's like, "Oh no!"
And like I said, if I was her guy, it'd be highway time. Look, in the middle of the night, we out of here. You know what I mean? In the middle of the night, we're
disappear into somewhere.
She still has to show up for a Vegas show. She still has to do that. But you can't say, oh, well, you can't go outside. You can't go do this. You have to take this injection. You have to take this medicine and force it on her upon her own will.
Makes you wonder what the medicine is.
Yeah, I mean, she talked about someone. She said she wanted to have a baby. They was like, no, she wanted to have another baby. They was like, no,
probably Thorazine. She already had one, right?
Yeah, I believe she's got a couple kids, I believe. But still, it's like
it's probably Thorazine that they're shooting her with.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's probably chloromazine.
Yeah, you can't call her mentally incompetent when she can do all those rehearsals and, like I said, know her steps and know her songs and know all the choreography and know how to play up to the fans and be able to change wardrobe at certain times during the middle of the show. And like, there's so much going on when it comes to the act of entertainment. You can't tell me that she's mentally incompetent. So I said, free
maybe there's something that's being held over her head.
I don't know, but free her.
Like some kind of a possible blackmail.
I don't know, but seriously, free her.
I think it's his aspect.
Years ago, she should have been free. It's absolutely disgusting.
The only thing I'd have to counter is like I also have a problem with the mother because she's only now recently come to the fucking side of Brittany. Not in the beginning, not in the middle. It's like near the end of the shit. She can go fuck herself as well because she was supporting fucking his father for fucking one time, and when she went to fucking the side, she can go fuck up as well.
I don't know.
Equally good, equal to bring to both people because she has, she has a second ability to do something. So you give her the full controlship or something. I mean, she wants the money. There's this size to it. Like I don't trust the family needs that point. She needs to stay with her man and fucking enjoy life.
Well, but he don't have no backbone.
This kind of makes me think of the situation. Maybe this Well, this kind of makes me think of like a little bit of the Michael Jackson situation when he was growing up, but instead it's like she's a grown adult.
Yeah, and we just saw the sequence at Michael Jackson's secret room, and we saw it was all full of like toys and Mad TV and he had all kinds of lunch pails and stuff as he was a kid. So it goes to show you, because they start as child, entertainers, they really don't have a childhood. So when they become adults, they end up trying to go back and get that childhood to recapture it.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, you're on the road working the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, if anyone saw the documentary with Brittany, they showed, she started old school. She started in malls. You know what I mean? Back then, it was like, so she put in her work. And for her dad just come along and be like, nah, you can't go outside, or you can't do this, you can't do that. And I understand the paparazzi because they feel as though they're not wrong in anything they did, which is a bunch of bullshit. You can't tell me that she's not allowed to go in her backyard and play with her kids, and there's some fucking loser hanging out in a tree trying to get pictures.
And
You know what I mean?
that's the reason, because like some of those people are just so obsessed. They literally invades their life, and so they have to literally like shield themselves in a bubble.
And it's weird, but that's why when she snapped on them and she started hitting that car, I was like, get it, because you can only take but so much.
Yeah.
You can. Like, that's why people always say they want to be famous. I'm like, you don't want to be famous. You see what these famous people go through? They gotta disguise themselves. At times.
Yeah.
They gotta like, nah, man, it ain't that serious. There ain't that much fame in the world, man.
I mean, she can easily just uproot and leave and get away from her dad, but for whatever reason she can't do it.
I'm sure there's security at the house and all this other stuff to make sure she can't. You know what I mean? They locking it down. But I guess we can move on to the show. Y'all ready? Because I'm here to pod today, baby.
I'm good to go, man.
Let's
go? Get it done.
All right, here we go. We're gonna get the countdown.
5,
rubber chickens,
4,
your mamas.
3,
we got booty sluts. We got Godzilla.
It's Britney, bitch.
Podcast Niven, aka the Iron Man of the Flying Fan, aka the people don't look good when I'm busting up a party. I feel no fear. I'm here with Mr. Wing Zero. I'm here with Furious Doom. I'm here.
Hey, how's it going, folks?
And I am here with the Red Collar himself. This is on what? Episode 8? We doing episode 8,
this is
right?
episode 8, man.
Okay. I'm just making sure. Because it needed to be said.
We're still alive.
Barely. I don't know. After the pre-show, we may be done after this one.
we might be limping.
Yeah, we may be hurt on this one. Then they cut off the legs down. Oh my god.
I might get a knock on the door saying, "What the heck?"
Piracy strikes back.
Yep. So it's gonna come for us.
Back.
Oh man.
Maybe they'll very nice. Maybe they'll be very nice to us and allow us to still exist.
It's possible, but So, how was everyone's weekend? Before we get started, everyone feel good?
No. My weekend, man, I had a fantastic weekend about a little while ago, and I had my birthday, and then which was on the 2nd of July. It was real nice, but the real fun of the weekend happened on the 3rd.
Birthday?
On the 2nd, yes, it was.
Your birthday. Hold on.
It was mine.
You got another birthday. So happy birthday, because we weren't here last week, so we missed it, but we're going to celebrate it today. That's what we do. Come on now, you know how we get down.
Well, I appreciate y'all. Thanks.
You got to give him the Korean booty slut for his birthday.
But as you're saying, go on about your weekend. Go ahead.
So anyways, July 2nd came, we, did a little small thing, but the real event happened on Saturday, the 3rd.
Okay.
Ended up going down to the Dr. Pepper Museum, and man, that was a blast.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you posted, you sent me the Iron Man Dr. Pepper soda machine.
Yeah, the soda machine prop that was used in the commercial. If you ever remember the first Iron Man movie, when they did the commercials for the Iron Man soda cans, they have the actual like vending machine prop sitting inside the museum.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great, man. It was fun. I got to make a soda. I made like 5, and the girl there, she's like, I've never seen anybody like get so many sodas before.
Well, what she expect? It's a soda. It's a museum with soda. People gonna get soda. What did she expect?
Here's the biggest question, Joe. Did you actually meet Dr. Pepper? Was he there?
Really?
I mean,
In a way,
yes.
In a way, yes, I did meet him.
I was about to say, really? Like, you really asking that question?
But yes, they had a little.
He was in
animatronic
form.
Okay.
Yeah, you ever seen those? You ever seen those little things like Zoltar, the guy that reads you a little fortune, the little robot thing in the box?
God.
Yeah, they kind of had him like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it's kind of like the Zoltar, but like it was Dr. Pepper himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, except he reads you some stuff about that. Well, and one of the cool things is that that we found out is Dr. Pepper is actually the oldest soda sold in America. It's older than even than Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You mean crack?
Yeah,
soda.
it was like done like I think it was like back in the 1800s, right?
It makes sense. It makes sense now why Coca-Cola was so quick to put crack in they soda, because it was like, how can we keep up with everyone? Well, we're gonna sprinkle crack in the soda. Like
Sprinkle crack in the soda.
Yeah, and they got everyone addicted. So yeah, they put.
But yeah, no, Dr.
Uh-huh.
Pepper is the oldest soda in history, for the United States.
Nice. Well, the more you know.
Yeah.
I
So I
guess.
thought that
Yeah,
was
it
pretty
was.
cool.
I
Like,
think it was 1800s. Yeah.
yeah, it was
Not-
1800s.
Fucking Christ.
yeah, it was old.
And what's really
Yeah.
funny is that they didn't have a name for it at the time. So whenever somebody would walk into like a little drugstore or something like that, or a little like shop, they would ask for a Waco, is what they called it.
Okay.
So if somebody came in, they'd be like, "Hey, shoot me a Waco," and so the soda guy would make the drink, and then he would slide it to him.
So we got a Waco now. When you hear the word Waco, we talk about Waco, Texas. That's the first thing people think of. So
That's where it is.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's exactly- so there you go.
Thankfully it's that and not the fucking compound.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
what people think of
yeah.
the first thing. So it's good that the history ties together with itself. So I mean, it's very interesting to hear that they say shoot me a Waco, and then as you said, it's in Waco, Texas. It makes sense. Before it was Dr. Pepper, it
Yep.
was a Waco. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty interesting to know. I was like, yeah, that's cool. And then, so yeah, some of the stuff I got a T-shirt there. I got a glass cup for myself and my mom, and then I got one of those restaurant style cups for myself.
Okay.
A commemorative coin and
He
a
said, "Where's our
Got
gift?"
Red Bull in it right now.
He said, "Where's our gift?"
and a pin that says I'm a pepper.
Did you get us
So-
something?
See, look at him. He provoking already.
Hey, you're welcome to come, man. You
Yeah,
just
you're
gotta,
welcome to show up, dude. I'm not for not going back again. I'd go again.
See, there you go.
Well, you think Doc's holiday there?
He went there. And
Yeah,
said,
well,
"I
it
love
was the
pepper."
original. Well, the tour of the place was the original bottling facility. So it was literally the building where they made all the Dr. Pepper at first. So it was actually pretty cool. It was neat.
Okay.
Well, and then on top of that, they also manufacture 7-Up. What else? Big Red.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of like they manufacture a lot of sodas. Apparently.
Wait, Big Red is not a soda though. That's
It's gum.
No, it isn't.
Big-
It's a soda.
Big Red
It was
is not a
soda over
gum.
here first.
It's a soda.
We'll see. It was a soda first.
It was a soda over here in Texas first before it was a gum.
Yeah. So here, let me throw you a little bit of piece of history on some of the stuff that we saw there.
Hold on. They asking. Here's the question: how was Odin since July 4th? That's what they want to know.
Oh.
They want to know if you ran wild, brother. They want to know.
Oh God.
Well,
Well, we'll wait because you guys gonna have to wait impatiently. So suck it, nerds. So yeah.
Oh, real quick, mic check 1 2 1 2. I want to make sure everyone can still hear me. I don't want to adjust something real quick on the mic. Y'all can hear me real quick. I want to make sure.
go for it.
No, we
I'm
can't.
just saying to the crowd out there. Just mic checking 1 2. That's all. Just making sure. Because as we said, they was like I need to
Chat
raise
saying
my mic
no,
a
you
little
can't.
bit. But it's all right.
Okay.
It's all good. Yeah, we're good. So so you're saying about the history of it that you had learned.
Yeah.
So okay, so some of the history within Dr. Pepper, they have a bunch of displays and stuff and historical stuff that happened with the whole soda and the marketing and all that. So does anybody remember Red Fusion?
Yes. Am I the only one?
Oh,
Damn, I
they
couldn't-
made that.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, they made that. They made Red Fusion. That was a thing.
It was literally called Dr. Pepper Red Fusion. It came out back in like 2000. I think that's when they did the Pepsi Blue. That's when it was literally like in 2001, 2002 around that area, and they had that 7-Up that was upside down. It was called DNL and shit like that.
Unreal.
Like they were doing a bunch of weird shit back then.
And what's even crazier too, like they had what was that flavor that we saw right next to the soda making thing that they had in that glass thing? It was like not a mango. They did.
Oh, Apple.
They did have 7-Up Gold there.
They had 7-Up Gold.
Yeah, the big Montana. There you go.
Okay.
7-Up Gold. Yep, they had 7-Up Gold. They had all kinds of shit there.
Are we
Yeah,
getting
they
old or what?
had all kinds of stuff.
We now the Unk Pod. We the Uncle Pod. At this point, remembering all these sodas. Don't make no sense.
Back in my day.
Yeah, right?
But
oh my God. Well, it sounds like you had a good weekend. You know?
So he had a good weekend.
Yeah, my weekend was fantastic.
Oh, that's good to hear.
That was his.
Anyone else?
Hey, who else?
Mine, I have a little bit of a grievance and kind of maybe like a happy ending to it.
Okay, go ahead.
So this was about roughly weeks in the making.
Okay.
So what happened here is back in, I think I want to say July, I had ordered remember how I had mentioned, I think in the podcast, one of the podcasts, I said, oh yeah, I ordered me some new suspension for my truck.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that's a win. Yeah, get a leveling kit, get the truck lifted a little bit and everything, and I need new suspension. All right, cool. That was back on June 11th.
Okay.
Fast forward to last week.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens was I ordered from this website and from this nationwide chain called 4 Wheel Parts.
Okay.
And they are the fucking worst. So here's why they are the fucking worst.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
So here's why they are the fucking worst. Because I get my order. First of all, I order it, and I'm like, okay, June 11th, cool. I order on a Friday. I don't hear anything, no email, no communication, no nothing.
Damn.
Not until like, for a while. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe it was because of the weekend. Maybe it'll show up on like, I don't know, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Nothing. And I'm like, okay. So I check my email inbox to see if maybe I lost something, because usually they send you something saying like, oh, hey, thanks. And
folder or anything?
Yeah. And I saw nothing. So I was like, okay. So I look at my bank accounts. They didn't pull the money for it. And I'm like, okay. And then I emailed them and I said, hey, is there anything going on? And they said, oh yeah, we haven't, there's a delay because we need to know things about your truck first. Like, is it lifted? Is it stock? Is it this? Is it that? And so I sent them all the specifications of my truck.
Yeah, why
that's a very good question from the jump. So I send them that, and then afterwards, it's like, okay. And then it just sits there. And then it just sits for a whole fucking, almost an entire month. God. Until the end of June, I finally get an email saying, from UPS saying, I'm like, no, it sits there almost till the end of June. I said, hey, is there any word on when my stuff is shipping? As soon as I do that, they send me an email with a pick ticket.
Okay.
I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? And I show Doom this, and I said, Doom, what do you make of this? He goes, I don't know. And I show him, I was like, pick tickets. I was like, about warehouse stuff. I was like, why the hell would they give me a pick ticket? And a pick ticket basically in warehouse talk is that's basically their internal system showing that someone requested an item to be pulled from the shelves and get ready for shipping.
Okay. Well,
it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? It doesn't tell me when I'm going to get it. It just shows me that
it was pulled.
That y'all are going to pick it from a shelf.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
That's not a tracker.
And I didn't think anything of it. And I said, exactly. It's not a tracker. And then I emailed the guy that emailed me the first time and saying, hey, is there any update when I'm going to get this? And he didn't send me nothing other than all I got again in the mail in my email was your order has been shipped.
Okay.
Oh, okay. No communication saying anything. I was like, all right, cool. Well, whatever. I'm finally getting my shit. This is almost July 1st, by the way. And I ordered on June 11th. It's almost July 1st. Yeah, and then I'm finally like, all right, you know what? Whatever. I'm going to get my package. I'm going to get my stuff. I get my package, and I noticed it's a pretty skinny looking package. I finally get it on the doorstep on Friday before I get it. July 2nd.
Okay.
2nd. I get it on Doom's birthday, so I get it, and then I'm like, all right, cool. Open it, and it's just the rear. It's just the rear shocks. That's all it is. I'm like,
that's not what you asked for. That's not what you. Ordered.
Yeah. I come home from work and I come walking in. He's like, look, all they sent me was just the rear.
They only sent me the rear, and I paid for front and rear. So I'm like, hold on, what's going on? So I contact them again, nothing. They don't send me. They don't give me any kind of information or nothing. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. And then I finally call them, and then the girl gives me some runaround saying, "Oh yeah, Bilstein, these shocks here are on back order." No, I get this kid and this guy. He just basically tells me, "Oh yeah, they're on back order. We're at negative 500 in stock right now, and we ordered 50 of them."
But they hold on. But they still took your money.
They still took my money. And then I said, "Why didn't you tell me you're only sending it?" I was like, "How come I had to reach out to you in order for you to tell me you're only sending me the rears and that y'all were short on the front struts? That's not my problem.
Yeah.
Y'all need to tell me this. Y'all need to be proactive. Why am I calling you?
Yeah.
Why do I have to do this?"
Yeah. They should let
First
you
of
know
all,
something
okay.
was on back order to begin. It should have been. Look, if they knew they was
From
on
the
back
jump
order
when I
anyway,
ordered it.
most places will let you know to begin with if something's on back order. They'll let you know.
Mhm.
Yes. They didn't let me know squat until I reached out to them. And then I kept on calling their customer service. And then the kid was like, "Well, we ordered that, so we're getting a shipment in late July. And then after that," well, he goes, "Well, even then you might not get it."
Yeah, 'cause
and
I'm
then we
sure
get
there's a
another
list.
shipment in August.
Nah.
Yeah. And he goes, and then we're getting another shipment in August. And then, so, I mean, realistically, you might not get yours until October. And I said,
Cancel, get your money back.
October?
Cancel, get your money
I was
back.
like, I want to do it now. What's that?
I said, cancel, get your money back.
I mean, at that point, Duke, well, that's exactly what Doom said. He was like, cancel and just get your money back. And so I was like, you know what? I might do that. So in the middle of the night, I decided, you know what? Let me look up a competitor. It was Stage 3 Motorsports. And I was like, they actually had them in stock. And I was real tempted to. And I was like, you know what? Let me give these people one more chance. I contact 4-Wheel Parts. I got a really helpful girl, and she was like, she said she was going to look into it. She was going to get her supervisor. She gave me her extension. I lost her extension.
Okay.
So I felt like I was back to square one because that was on me. Because I finally got someone at 4-Wheel Parts that was willing to help. I call again, and I raised hell to the next person that was fucking call. I was like, "Where the hell is this?" So I was like, "At this point, I'm ready to cancel because I'm done with it."
Yeah.
And your stores, I was like, "How about this? Wouldn't it be easier if I just take the ones that I got right now and I take them to a store because they actually have a local store, and then just give me my money back, and then I'll just." That's it, and then we're done. And they're like, "Well, no, because yours might already be shipped." And I was like,
"No, it's not going to ship."
Yeah, then it might be shipped or whatever. And I'm like, "All right, you know what?" And I was like, "Fine." And I got off the phone with them, and I was like, "I'm going to deal with this next week." The very next day, I get a package on my doorstep. It was a front struts. And it's like, how the hell did you? Why was no one able to tell me this? And how come I had to be up your ass to fucking get them?
I just don't understand.
No one told me anything. There was no communication.
Yeah, like it was weird. Like after he went through all that hell, like with the thing, it's like they magically just show up on the doorstep and they're back ordered for like 500 of the front.
That's the problem.
Yeah, everywhere. It was a nationwide outage. It was a nationwide shortage from Bilstein.
Apparently it wasn't that short. If they were able to like, oh shit, this guy really wants his stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I left them a scathing review, and then they said, oh, they couldn't publish my review because it didn't meet their standards, their quality standards.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah, they're filtering their reviews.
Yeah. Even if you're a paying customer. Yeah,
so I say this exactly. You know what? I even titled that was the title of my review. It was like paying customer. That was exactly it. And so here's the thing. Here's the thing I say to the public and anyone listening. Don't buy anything from 4-Wheel Parts. If you got Jeeps, trucks, whatever, anything like that, and you want to get, go shop more local. Go somewhere else. Don't waste your money on these clowns. Their customer service is horrible. They don't really care about serving you. Once they have your money, they don't give a fuck. That's really what it comes down to. So, I mean, honestly, 4-Wheel Parts can eat a fat dick. I don't care. I don't give a fuck if y'all go out of business. And I'm glad. Honestly, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with them ever again. I really hope that these practices that they do will drive them out of business because it's fucking disgusting.
You know what's funny? This one website called trustpilot.com has a review for 4-Wheel Parts, and it's 1 star, a 1.2 star rating.
Damn.
They deserve it. They don't even deserve the half star. They don't even deserve a 1 star. They're pieces of shit.
Negative stars.
So that's the thing I have to say. And I finally got my suspension installed. I went to because The rears are fine. The fronts you can't do because to compress springs in the front, you need balls of steel and like no sense at all because you can't do that on your own. If you try to compress a spring by yourself, you're fucking stupid. But I took it to this place called Texas Trailer and Hitch. It's a local place over here in Austin. They're great. They're small. They're a small time shop. They took care of me. They set me up, and then I got my new suspension. So now my truck rides like a Lexus.
Oh, nice.
And it's lifted in the front.
Yeah.
So there we go. Yep. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Anyone else want to follow that up?
I guess I'll go.
Yeah, no shit. Go for it. Yeah, go for it, Wings here.
Well, my weekend was alright though. I've been talking to someone very interesting lately.
Uh-oh.
And
Y'all know what that means, right?
Uh-oh.
I've got balls of steel.
Well, I know that this Wednesday coming up. I might get
Cue the Barry White music.
Yeah, right. Hey, girl.
Go on.
Exactly where he going.
Go on.
Uh-huh.
I might get something this Wednesday.
Again, I have to do it again to you.
I've got balls of steel.
I actually might go see the new Fast and the Furious movie on that Wednesday.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I mean, at least,
Oh my god,
dude, that movie. Okay, I'm gonna say what I have to say about that. All right, I'm gonna save my reservations about that movie. But good for you, Cody.
Yeah, good for him. You know what?
Good for you, Mr. Wing Zero. Yeah.
Round of applause.
I got. This happened technically yesterday. I got axed out.
He got axed. He got axed.
You got axed.
Well,
Just
hey.
as far as you to the man.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Are you saying
She asked him.
he or she asked
She
you
asked
out?
him.
She
asked him.
asked me out.
There you
God
go.
damn it! What's wrong with you, boy? Men chase women, not women
Uh-oh,
don't chase
here we
men.
go.
God damn it!
Wait a minute. Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
Pull that,
No.
put that misogyny mask down.
Go ahead.
God damn it! Okay, first of all, no. Men chase women, not women chase men. That's what's wrong with this world nowadays. This is
I've
how
got
we get
balls
toy
of
boys.
steel.
He said, men chase women. Women
Next
don't chase
thing-
men. As if it can't be both.
No.
They're saying don't take your date to go see Fast 9 because your chances of getting laid will plummet.
Old man yells at cloud.
No, because you won't watch it.
Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny. It's gonna be at my house.
Oh, you're watching your house.
At your house.
So
Oh,
he's trying to hit him
Are
with
you
the
gonna
Netflix and
So let me ask you
chill.
this: Are you gonna wear the pimp suit
In the house?
Baby.
Yeah, you
at
got
the house? No. Here's what you should do. You should have a red robe and just the robe.
So since he must have a velvet couch too. Say this is nice.
Exactly,
Look at
there
my
you go.
velvet.
And then say, and then have the
Hello.
fedora, and then say, "Milady."
Fucking God.
No. He needs to go full Zap Brannigan.
Yeah,
No.
full Zap right. That'll work.
Yeah.
He needs to get the velvet carpet just right there out the front. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If inform the men that I have mated with a woman.
Yep, that's exactly what he wanted to do.
Oh, guys, I haven't been in the game for so fucking long.
And he been working out.
All right.
So she looked at him like, yeah, what's up?
All right. Here's my point. Here's my pointers about all this. All right, because I've had experiences. Now it depends on how far you want to go. If you want just a little nookie action, my biggest tip here is just make her laugh. If you make her laugh, you can literally laugh her pants off.
I got my money in the bank already about to cash in on
He
Wednesday.
said he
so
has
I'm
his
good.
money in the bank. Oh, man,
God damn,
are y'all
all right.
serious right now? We really going there?
I got that blue door ready to cash in.
So,
God damn it.
so
Are you wait, you said money in the bank, is that a hooker?
No, No.
Oh my god!
No, because the reason I said that because this person actually owes me a favor.
So wait, because she owes you a favor, you think that she's just gonna give you some? Because she owe you a favor? Huh?
Oh yeah!
No. A friend of mine introduced me to this this girl, this woman, at a party, at a video game party. So before
those are the best kind of women to meet.
Before he left to move to Florida with his girlfriend. So that's where I met this.
You talk about your money in the bank, and I'm just like, are you serious right now? So shall we guess who this person is?
Money in the bank.
Can we guess who this person is? No?
God damn.
No? We can't guess?
And his name is John Cena!
See, someone in the chat right here knows exactly. Women love humor. Your wife will look at you weird when other women laugh. And you know what? This is a true statement. Every relationship I've been in, if I make another woman laugh, she gets mad. Oh, y'all are laughing together. We just go and fuck her and then have 10 kids with her. Dude, no, for real. That's literally,
that was a little specific.
I swear to God. I swear to God, every single relationship I've been into, make someone else laugh, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you might as well be cheating on them. So yes, they got a point. Make her laugh. Make this girl laugh.
The reason I said this person owes me a favor because when we first met, she put on this those that green face mask thing for your face or some shit.
Yeah.
Green face mask.
Yeah, you're into some odd stuff there, man.
It's called exfoliating. Yes.
Yeah, but those shits that they do in the spa.
Yes, exfoliating.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
exfoliating. Yeah.
So I told this person, I'm like, if you put this shit on my face, I want something in return.
What? So wait, she's helping you with.
You went along with it?
Yeah, I don't understand. Hold on. She's helping you with your skin, and you're saying, well, if you're going to help with my skin, you owe me. Like what?
Wow.
No, here's the funny thing.
I've done face mask.
I never experienced that type of shit. I thought it was only for women. So
no, they got face masks for men.
No, man, dude. Yeah, you go to a spa, dude. You're gonna get some treatment.
Yeah,
I actually got one in my stocking stuffer from my ex one time when we were dating. She gave me a They have minty ones too for men.
But yeah, I mean, I have her on Facebook though, so we've been talking. So.
Okay.
Well, that's good. I mean,
so what if you don't get what you think you're getting, and she just gets you a Gundam model kit instead?
Yeah,
and that's the favor.
That's the way to your heart, Gundam model kit.
First of all, what's better than sex than a Gundam model kit? Am I right, boys?
He's like,
why not?
Wait, this is the favor?
Man, it's like, what the fuck? This is not a good present.
So I got my money in the bank, ready to cash in.
His money
to remind her about the day we first met.
This motherfucker's walking around with a briefcase waiting for okay. I'm gonna get. Who wants to go next? Should I go next after that? I mean,
y'all gonna wrestle.
God.
Yeah, but
I'll say this, man. There's nothing sexier to a woman than good skin. You should probably proactively put that on your face next time. You should answer the door in a face mask and be like, "I'm a lady," and then answer it with a face mask.
There's a funny thing to this.
Okay.
She's actually bringing some of that on Wednesday so she can put on my face.
So okay.
There you go. Women love that shit. You should you know what? You should paint her toenails too. They like that.
Well, look, I'll put it like this. Don't try to do a 50-50 favor for a favor. She puts something on your face, you put something on her face. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, you don't put strings to stuff like that.
Yeah, just let her do it and just chill, and just stay relaxed.
Just chill, just enjoy the moment.
Should be good.
Enjoy the moment. Let it happen organically.
Yeah, and also wine and dine her as well. That's what's gonna help.
Yeah. Yep. That'll work a lot.
Somebody brought up a good point.
Would you like some Tostitos from the toaster oven, or would you like it from the microwave?
Wait, hold on, guys. I just got an update. My phone just went off.
Hold on. You got an update.
Oh.
Wait, we got breaking news? We got breaking news? Hold on.
Breaking news here.
What's the breaking news?
Now she's actually talking to me right now as we're doing this fucking podcast.
Breaking news.
Look.
Yeah, but
Look,
somebody said right there,
police
Sony,
and
she's
saying,
gonna
look.
give you a facial. You sure you know what you're getting into?
No.
She's definitely doing an offer you cannot refuse.
It's 2021. We don't get facials. No, give him a facial. Ask you out on a date, and then she's gonna give you the facial. What the hell is wrong with you, boy?
Oh my god.
Next day you see Cody, he's like all bruised up, and you're like, what happened?
He's really gonna get pegged. He's gonna come on his pod next time they say he got pegged.
He's gonna be like, well, guys, on episode 9, he's gonna be like, well, guys,
if we make
I got a little manhandled.
Woo, we got.
He's gonna be episode 9. He'll be like, look, fellas, I hadn't sat in about a week now.
Okay, well, there's some people asking some questions about Robert Downey Jr. real quick. I want to address this real quick.
All right.
Him unfollowing before I get to my weekend. Him unfollowing everyone in Marvel. I see that as a media rollout. That's all it is.
I agree.
It's a media rollout. He's coming up with something. Whether it's a new movie or something, I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something drastic so that because he's going to come out with either a new movie or he's doing something, but it's a media rollout. That's how I take it as. When you see stars like that do something drastic, they always have something coming. Always. We've seen this. They may say, put out cryptic tweets or something like that. It's always something. So I wouldn't look too far into it. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, it's definitely some kind of a promotional stunt that's going to happen.
Exactly. So don't look too far.
It's really coming back to the MCU. That's why again, because I ain't gonna say.
Dude, that would be pretty awesome.
I wouldn't be surprised. But I mean, my weekend.
But
I really want to talk about my weekend real quick.
All right, go for it.
As Mr. Wing Zero got asked out by some woman, I was asked out by some guy.
Oh my!
Oh god!
All
right.
No lie. No lie.
Hey, that's a compliment. That's not a problem.
You're playing for Team 2 now? Let me find out.
The guy asked me, you know what I mean? He asked me. He was very respectful.
Trying to give me the hand banana.
He was very respectful.
Facials for everyone. Oh my god.
And I said, because he was like, "Oh, you're here on the weekend?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, can I get your number for the weekend?" And I stopped for a minute. Was like, "Wait a minute." Am I being asked out?
Hey man, I wouldn't take that line down. I mean, that's a compliment.
I said thank you, but no thank you. And he responded. He responded. He was like, "Well, you can't blame me for trying." And I was like, "Ain't that some shit?" You know what I mean? I was just like, "Yo, this is crazy." But there was another girl that was there, and she kept telling me, she kept walking over. She was like, "Text me." I'm like, "Who are you?"
Oh man,
I don't even know who you are. Who you mean text you? I don't know you. I don't have your number. What is wrong with you? Like, these are the type of people that you have at that place. And I still got it. Goddamn, I don't get man. I still got it. All right, I still got it. Earlier this week, a girl was staring at me while I was walking to the gym, and she pulled away damn near Wayne's World. She was riding her bike, and she turned fully all the way, and I'm like, oh god, she's gonna hit a car. Oh god, she's gonna hit a car. And she braked before hitting the back of the car. I was happy for her. You know what I mean? And I just kept continuing on. So that made my day that day. But I was just like, it goes to show that, I still got it, babe. I'm still here. So it's like, yeah. But I was very shocked to have someone, a man actually asked me that. I was like, it doesn't happen very often. I was, oh, that's crazy.
It kind of the same situation kind of happened to one of our friends when we were leaving the grocery store.
Okay, leaving the grocery. Oh,
and
wow.
We were leaving the grocery store. We had just all three of us had finished, checking out at the thing, and one of the employees just comes walking up to him and gives him his number.
They ask him, was the guy cute? I don't know. Like, how am I supposed to know? Like,
was the guy.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I didn't look at him like, yeah. He may have a chance. No, no, not at all. I was just like, yeah, thank you, but no thank you. He just kept it moving. You know what I mean?
Shit.
So it's crazy. But I don't know. It's just it was. I mean, the weekend was the weekend, but I'm happy that I don't have to work I would say full time, but every weekend now.
You know what?
There.
You gotta give props to gay dudes because they got some big balls to be able to just go up to a dude and just say, "Hey, here's my number," because that's more game than some straight dudes
So
have.
hold up. So let me get this straight. We give props to guys for chasing women. We give props to guys for chasing guys, but we don't give props for women chasing guys. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh my God!
Exactly what I'm saying.
Damn.
Man.
We don't discriminate here, folks.
Oh my God.
No, because you know what? If you're into women, then you know what? At that point, you need to be able to chase what you want. Not women chase you, and you don't let a woman call you. You call a woman.
Oh my God! Hold on, I'm about to play your theme again.
Wow.
Oh my God!
Take back what I said.
He's got the misogyny.
You know what? And that's the
on
problem.
today,
And that's the
people.
problem with females these days nowadays. You know what? They're so damn fucking headstrong that they're not domesticated anymore.
He
That's
said
another problem.
domesticated. God.
Yeah.
Woo. Oh my
They're
God.
insufferable. You know, I can go on and on about this whole thing.
Oh my God. But Odinson hasn't even talked about his weekend yet.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I can go on and on, but I'm not gonna.
We're saving the best for last.
How was your weekend, Odin son?
Well, it's a long list. Long list.
Well, just shorten it
Oh.
up if you feel that way.
Okay, I'll shorten it down.
Yeah,
then,
give
fine.
us the cliff notes.
So, of course, I went on holiday for the weekend and had a fun time catching up with the boys.
Yeah,
Okay.
you did.
It was, we went to the pub, like we caught up with the boys randomly. It was not planned. Then we went, okay, we're gonna play some Halo. Okay, great, cool, we'll do that. Whoop their ass because they, get good. But after that,
Get scrubbed. Yeah.
get good scrub. There was some fighting ongoing in the freaking place. So I'm like, I'm going.
No, mind you, you have to let them know you're shit faced the whole time, right?
No, I'm
Yeah,
not
he
good.
was. Yeah, he was because he was
drunk the whole
talking to us
time.
drunk.
Yeah.
I was kind of drunk. I was all night.
Oh, yeah, he was kinda.
A wee bit under the influence.
Bro, as soon as I get out of the lobby, I think I seen someone
They said-
freaking claps on.
They said we need a woman on the show because our Sasha's Fest is showing. Look, I don't have a problem with the woman. Look, we had booked originally. We had booked the woman being on the show. What two episodes ago, and she didn't show. So
She flaked out.
she flaked out at the end.
Yeah.
So we don't have a
Yeah.
problem bringing women on the show. That's not a problem at all.
You know what I mean about women not being domesticated? If she was domesticated, she wouldn't have flaked
Y'all
out.
want me to bring a woman on the show? I'll bring a woman on the
God.
show if y'all want me to. I'll bring y'all
God damn
high. Yo, we can get into some shit if I bring a woman on the show. And I mean, if y'all see the people I talk to on Twitter, I can bring a woman on the show. That's not a problem. All right.
Do it for the fans.
I mean, we talking stars. I
Wait for the
mean,
man.
we talking stars in the industry, if y'all know what I'm saying.
See, our
We need
fans knows
some Korean booty
slut.
sluts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Korean
It's the
booty
Korean
sluts.
booty. Well, she's close to it. She's not Korean, but I mean, but yeah, I can try and get that set up. That's not a problem.
Look,
We need-
Mr. Wing Zero is gonna be like, "Hey, girl, I'll let you promise to fuck me if you put a mask on my face."
Well, I mean, we talking industry workers. We talking industry.
Oh
women.
shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Porn star.
So she's talking about. Oh shit! Okay.
I wouldn't call them that. Like I said, stars, yes, but I would say working women, yes. Right?
Oh.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Like I
Are
said,
we
I-
talking-
The other film
the
industry.
other film industry.
Wait.
yes.
Are
I
they
could- I
industry,
could
or
try.
are they like the industry, like the girls, like the girl that I talked to back in Utah
No.
when I went
they're
took that trip
industry.
in Utah?
They're
No, not that
Okay.
industry. No,
They're
we're
industry.
talking about the other film industry.
Yeah, the other film industry. Yeah.
Okay.
The alternative film industry, we should call it, I guess.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
I thought you meant like strippers or something. I was like, all right.
Well,
I mean, that's
yes,
cool, too.
yes, too. Yes.
Facials intensify.
Yes, I can do that. Yes, I can do that too. So I don't want y'all to think that
Strippers
we
are
just.
fascinating. I'll say that.
Yeah,
All right,
listen,
well,
the
yeah,
topics will just fly off the shelf on that one. I'm telling you.
Yeah, back to Odin's son's
I'm sorry.
big
Yes,
adventure.
Odinson, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, after that, like someone collapsed on the floor, so I made sure they're all right.
What is with you guys and falling on the floor? I have to deal with this. Listen, when I was working on the weekends, y'all drink so
Gravity
much.
is stronger in the UK.
Yeah, well, it is. But I mean, still, it doesn't mean you have to throw yourself on the floor afterwards.
I was gonna say, isn't like the rule of thumb that you like, sleep where you drop?
That's exactly what they do. They sleep where they drop.
Boy,
How
mate.
dare you? This is racism there, man.
How is this racist? I'm just saying, I see it a lot when it comes to people who are coming from across the pond over here when they drink, and then they just pass out like right in front of the bar, and they stay there, they sleep there, and we gotta wake them up.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'll give you that one. Yeah, that's kind of true. I'll give that one. God damn it.
I'm just saying, I see it all the time.
It's because they're allowed to drink in the street. That's why.
Don't get me wrong, though. Don't get me wrong. They're fun as hell. They don't cause any problems. They're fun. But when it's time, when the lights are getting ready to go out on the end, yeah, they just drop. And you gotta wake them up and be like, look, if you don't move over, or you don't wake up and walk, we're gonna have to call the ambulance. And for those who don't know, if we call an ambulance, that bill goes to you, and that's a $3,000 bill right there, automatically. That's minimum.
Okay, I mean, it's easier just to call an Uber.
Exactly. It's easier to just call or just to walk. It is.
Then you won't get that $3,000 bill.
Yeah, you won't get that bill.
Well, here it's different, but like ambulance now here, it takes about an hour to come to turn up.
Oh no, you'll get an ambulance right away. It's just gonna cost you a lot of money.
Yeah, it's because like ambulances here, like they have to determine like what's more important, like someone who got a heart attack or someone who's craps on the floor.
See, that's a socialized healthcare. Everyone's pushing so much. That's what it looks like. Yep, you gotta wait an hour for an ambulance.
Yeah, wait an hour for an ambulance. But still, would you rather pay $3,000? I mean, it depends on your condition. I mean, if you're just drunk and you know what I mean. Yeah. I mean, come on, $3,000 for a good time.
Oh, there's another way you can also solve that too. Is have one person that's a designated driver.
Well, trust me, these guys are from across the pond. Ain't no one designated driving anything. They all
they got designated.
That's also a good point as well.
Yeah, them boys want to drink.
Because the designated driver is going to want to be also part of the designated drunk.
Yeah, exactly. They said you have
$3,000.
They said you have to wait an hour for an ambulance because people call them for stupid reasons. So
there
you go.
Yeah.
So our ambulance is $3,000. It's $3,000 minimum start. So it's like, if you're really in bad shape, the driver.
I think in the U.S. it's a $800 ride over here.
Okay, here's $3,000.
And they'll be there in 5 minutes or less, even if it's something stupid.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
God damn it. Well,
America.
Fuck America. God damn it.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Uh-oh. There they go.
That's what I heard. That's what I said. Y'all are living on a fucking island that's less than the size of Michigan.
Oh, shit.
So, there's no fuck America here.
Uh-oh. He's on his shit.
America!
Boy, mate.
I've got balls of steel.
Oh, God, is that what it is?
I'm American boy, but I ain't gonna take some jail, some fucking piece of shit prison. Kick his ass.
God.
Well, yeah, the current one is, yeah. The last one was great.
Can we move on to our topics, please?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Talk about Verzuz, I believe.
Yeah, let me get on this real quick. Let me get on my horse real quick.
All right, soapbox time. Jump on it.
Verzuz. All right, now for those who don't know what Verzuz is, there's a Verzuz. It's musically inclined, which means that artists get together and they put their best 20 songs against another artist's best 20 songs, and you go point by point, and whoever wins, is just pretty much wins the Verzuz. That's what it is. It's like a challenge. It's a one-on-one challenge to their best content as opposed to other content. Now, as of late, we've been seeing this with YouTubers talking about doing a Verzuz, all right? Not musically, but go video for video, all right? Let me say now that it seems like YouTubers try to adapt everything that comes out. Celebrity boxing comes out, and it's bad as it is. Now YouTubers want to do celebrity boxing. Now we're seeing that YouTube wants to do a Verzuz. Now, let me say this really quickly, all right? Because I'm going to get on my box. Do not put me in a Verzuz. You will fucking lose. And I said, and now I'm giving y'all all the fucking shots today. Do not put me in a fucking Verzuz. All right? Because there's not one person who can stand up to what I do. All right? Not one. I don't give a shit who you are. They're talking about top 20. Somebody don't have a top 50. I got a banned top 20 from YouTube. And you want to tell me you want a top 20? You must be kidding me. This is the problem with YouTube. They always try to find something almost like TikTok, how they try to jump on someone else's wave and ride it. You can't even mess with me. You can't even mess with me on the top 50. There's no one, nobody. And I say that due to the fact that half your YouTubers can't even have a sentence unless it's edited. They got to keep quick editing everything. I don't want to hear it. There's not one YouTuber out there who has a better 20 than me. And I'm saying that right now. None of them. So if y'all going to do this little versus YouTube, keep me out of it. That's how I see it. That's how I've always seen it. I don't even have to give y'all 20. I can give y'all 10. And it would kill your 20. All right? It's that simple. I don't need 20. Like I said, I got more than a 50. But it's crazy that anybody would think that, oh, we're going to go video for video. First off, it would be boring as fuck. It would be boring as fuck. Yeah. No one's just going to sit there and listen video for video on how people go about things. That's why it works for the music industry, because you're listening to music song for song and you're picking which one you like out of two every round.
Yeah, that would be pretty boring to watch.
It would be boring as shit. So if anything, this needs to be dropped immediately. I don't know why people thought that it was going to be okay. Now, if you want to say, oh, well, you know, I have videos where I do have music, where I make my own music, okay, that's different because that's in that realm. But no one is going to sit back and watch, I guess, at this point, a Zoom, because let's be honest here, YouTubers aren't getting together like the music industry gets together. There's no way that they're going to get together via Zoom, be like, watch this video. Now you can watch your video. And then, or have snippets of certain videos. Even if you did snippets, it's not going to beat mine. I am the GOAT in this piece. Y'all understand that? I am the GOAT. Whether you like that or not. I don't care if you like it.
Are there any other boxing YouTubers?
Boxing YouTubers? No, but they try. Well, there's boxers who make YouTube videos for instructional purposes, but not like just to go off the handle. You know what I'm saying? And talk about different, different subjects. No, there ain't none.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how would that even work in the first place? I mean, like for video, like how would that? Like I don't know how that would work.
It wouldn't work. I think it would be extremely boring. I think it would be
like this.
Boring.
It'll be like this event. You suck. And next video. Oh, you suck.
Exactly. That's what it would be. It would be boring. So I personally do not want to see a YouTube versus. I think it's dumb. I think that the videos can't stand up to the test of time. A lot of them can't.
Just do video responses. Let's bring that back.
No, you can't even do video responses these days because they'll flag you down.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you can't even do that. They want a versus, but they can't even get together to do responses. Fan bases all over the place. People trying to flag down videos. People cursing out each other. No, it won't work. It's not like how it used to be during the Wild West where you can be the YouTube gunslinger. And that's the thing. Fan bases stayed out of it back then. Now they got to be all in the business. They got to bring all the fucking drama. It wouldn't work. It's garbage. Just stop. It goes to show you that the lack of creativity in YouTube these days, it shows.
This is what happens when betas try to make stupid ass shit.
That's all it is. It works for the music industry because, listen, I understand why it works for the music industry. You're listening to past music that you probably haven't heard, for the new school people or people who have heard it who are older. It brings them back to a time where they listen. So, of course, people are tuning in to hear those songs. I understand that part. It also brings revenue in for the artist. I understand that part. You know what I mean? And exposure for the artist. I understand that part. But to put two YouTubers against each other to talk about what? Games, sports, whatever. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. And even in their verses, musical verses, some of them don't even play the whole song the entire time. They got DJs to chop it up. They know exactly how they're going to play their next move. Like, there's strategy to it. This is YouTube dumb shit right now that people are just trying to find something to grab onto to try and get some exposure. And I absolutely denounce it. Like I said, keep my name out of this because you can't go up against me. There's not one person. Even your biggest of YouTubers who have millions and millions of viewers, when it comes to their videos, are stupid. You got guys fake crying. You got guys who act like they're fake scared and some stuff. Like, I don't have time for that. No one does what I do. You know what I do. That's simple. I don't know.
This sounds really, really asinine.
It is. It is. But I'll tell
it's
you,
just a bunch of YouTubers trying to latch on to a new trend.
Just like VTubers and all that crap.
Like I said,
First of all, VTubers are the future.
Excuse me, what'd you say?
All right.
What'd you say?
I said, first of all, VTubers are the future.
Okay, let's get to this talk. You know what? No, I need to have this because you've been saying this for a while now. Let's get into this talk.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Here's the problem I have with VTubers. I have spent, 10 years, 11 years, telling people to be yourself. That if people don't like you, fuck them. That you shouldn't have to be someone to be a wrestling heel or a face in order to be liked. You should just tell the truth how it is, be real about yourself. That's what I've been preaching for the last 10 11 years. Be yourself. Yeah. Let them, if they like you, they will like you for you. Now, we got a bunch of people hiding behind a bunch of cartoons and getting fame. That's my biggest problem. What they play, how they act, or whatever, I don't have a problem with that because they act just like anyone else. Except they're hiding their face. And why are you hiding your face? If you, like I said, if you're gonna come on YouTube or whatever, you gotta put yourself out there. Be brave. Be brave. Stop hiding.
So here's a reason why. Here's a reason why. It's kind of one of those things. It's kind of like the whole "no one cares who you are until you put on the mask" kind of thing. That's the appeal of VTubers.
And guess what?
And I think that's what it is.
And you know what happened with that? You saw what happened with Batman, right? No one cared until he put on a mask. And then what happened? It spawned all types of crazies after that. The Joker, Two-Face, and all the other villains, because they weren't around before Batman came around. Once you start putting on the mask, then everybody and their mom all of a sudden has a persona, has a mask, or whatever.
See, that's the thing, though. I think, you know what? There are some crazy ones. Like you get some of these crazy ass independent VTubers now that are trying to ride the wave, and they're just all they are is just a bunch of shit posters just with the fucking avatar. And then you got genuine ones that actually have talent. Speaking of, like I said, of VTubers, what's her name? Gargura. She just recently passed 3 million subs. That's absolutely 3 million, and she only debuted. She debuted in September.
That's ridiculous.
She's literally the fastest growing VTuber.
As opposed to people who are showing their face and giving you hard facts and actually doing what they need to do for years and not getting that type of acknowledgement.
She's doing something right. All I'm saying is that she's doing something right.
I think
she's doing something right. And then Iris, she debuted yesterday. And apparently took over your entire timeline.
Yeah, it took over my entire time. For those who don't know, took over my entire timeline on Twitter. It's all it was
Iris
talking about her. It killed my
VTuber
timeline. It killed everything. You know what I mean? Like, look, like I said, I don't have a problem with the personalities. Personalities are personalities. I don't have a problem with them whatsoever when it comes to that. My problem has been stop hiding. We see guys doing it, hiding behind women. We've seen, like, to me, it's absolutely insane. But I guarantee you, if they had started out with just their face, their regular face, and no animated and all that stuff.
Well, have you seen what Gargura, the shark girl, looks like without the mask, or without the VTuber thing?
No, I haven't.
She would pass for a Twitch live. She's fucking hot, dude.
Like I said, I'm sure some people are photogenic. Some people will pass and are photogenic.
She's very photogenic, but like I think she does that so that way people won't pass her off as a Twitch thought, because she could easily pass for a Twitch thought.
And apparently it's banned in China. It's banned in China.
Oh, the VTubers. Okay, so there was a VTuber. There was a prominent one. Her name was Kiryu Koko. She was really into the Yakuza series. The one of the voice actors from Yakuza thanked her, and then this whole thing, like the Chinese, like she mentioned Taiwan.
Okay,
in one of her streams. That pissed up. Yeah, she should be allowed to. She mentioned Taiwan. China fucking lost it because they for some reason, just the mere existence of Taiwan just triggers them. And so all of a sudden they got all these Chinese aunties kept on raiding her streams, literally doxed her, put her actual address out in her streams, and just kept on bombarding her shit and made her cry so much on stream. They fucking like harassed her to no end until she finally just forced herself to quit. She recently, I think her last
that's not called
stream was less than a month ago. Because after almost a year straight, and that's exactly what it is. They just kept on badgering her and hounding her and harassing her, sending literal hate mail to her doorstep.
And they should all feel ashamed of themselves. they should all feel shame.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the hell
they're
it is,
not
but
because they're behind a screen.
And that's
Yeah.
they're all behind screens.
They will never feel bad because they're behind a screen.
Now, if she ended up killing herself, then what? They say, "Ha ha."
They probably
would.
That's
They
disgusting.
probably would.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Well, you
But-
saw what happened to that Japanese wrestling chick who committed suicide.
Well, yeah, we saw
Everyone was
that.
fucking
Yeah,
hell
we saw that not too long ago.
ages.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I gotta say about this whole VTuber nonsense, man? Like, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I think it's unique, so to say, but
Well, not anymore. It's
everybody and their mothers is doing it.
Yeah,
now.
everybody and mom doing it now.
It's not
so yeah.
unique anymore. Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody and their mothers is
Well-
doing it. You got the cosplay skanks doing it too, like Bunny Ayumi and Swimsuit.
Uh-oh, here we go.
See, and that's the
legit.
thing.
That's legit.
They're literally trying. No, Bunny Ayumi, she's not legit. She's stupid.
I know. That's what
No,
I'm
that's
saying.
the thing. He called her a skank. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
but-
You got people like that
let me
also doing it, and it's weird.
like I said, let me say for the record that Bunny Ayumi, I did not say that. Alright?
I don't give a-
Bunny
I don't
Ayumi.
give a shit about some of these cosplay skanks. They don't even care about their fans like that anyway.
That's true.
They just
Look,
in it for fucking money.
Here's what I found. But here's the thing about VTubers though, is that they do have an incredible amount of reach. So when it comes to certain games that they play, all of a sudden those games see a huge spike in sales. They'll see a huge surge of new fans.
How long can you
One
stay
of the
in
biggest
that bubble,
things,
though?
one of the biggest
How long can you stay in that bubble?
one of the biggest things was, I mean, who cares? Honestly, at this point, you remember we were talking about the Gundam community being so small and being so, not pushed enough. Here, Iris is saying, "Oh yeah, I like Gundam."
Yeah, and look how much fanfare.
And
And now
now
all of a sudden-
series.
and
And
you
here's the
you saw
problem I have
yourself,
with
"Oh,
that.
Gundam,
Yeah.
Gundam."
And here's the problem I have with that. Because a person like me who actually has defended Gundam, who has got on camera and fought against writers who talked about Gundam, I have gone up against other members, I've gone up against the community manager, but no, there's no support for that. There's no support for anyone giving real hard facts and who will stand up for it.
Nope.
But let her come and say, "Hey, I like Gundam." All of a sudden, all the adoration in the world. That's absolutely
Yep.
insane.
Oh no, Event, you forgot one more thing. We
What?
even try to get the community together for fucking tournaments.
Yeah, we try to
try
get the
to
community
promote
together
that
for
shit.
tournaments. I
Yep.
remember being at those tournaments, being at the convention with a damn microphone. Does anybody want to fucking play? Blah blah blah. Like I'm on a microphone talking to literally thousands of people at a convention.
I was
Gundam
there.
VTubers. Yep.
I just
You need to make a. You need to make a gun. You need to be a Gundam VTuber. Is what needs to happen.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to go to that extent. You see what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to.
You know what? At the end of the day, though, at the end of the day, you got to write almost. It's almost like running a business. What's gonna make the bottom line? What's gonna help the bottom line?
Yeah, but come on, there's too many of us that's fought to get to this point to have somebody who doesn't want to show their face say, "I like Gundam," and all of a sudden they're supporting. That's
Hey, you know what?
That's crazy.
We got to take what we can get. And you know what? And she seems so far. I seen her debut stream. She seems pretty cool. I'm gonna stick by it, and we'll see how it all unfolds. I'm still want to see how she unfolds.
There's too many of us that have put in too much work for something like this to happen. Now, if she starts speaking on real issues, then she'll get a pass from me. You know what I mean? If she starts speaking on real issues about the community and stuff like that, I have no problem with that then. But if she's going on there just to play Gundam and say, "I like Gundam," and going to ignore all the bullshit that we've seen in the previous couple of weeks, I mean, let's be real here.
Well, they don't get into that because they probably get sponsored dollars from Bandai. If they push it from Bandai, then Bandai is probably
going
gonna.
to machine. And why would I want to deal with someone that's part of the machine?
But see, here's the thing, though. At the end of the day, is Gundam not getting the recognition all of a sudden out of nowhere? Yes, we are now getting the recognition that you wanted Gundam to have. It's not the ideal way. It's not doing.
I think it's just the recognition. I don't think it's Gundam. If this person decides to switch up and play a different game, then what?
Exactly. That's exactly it. And you're right. But it's literally like looking at what was it, that meme where the guy's putting on what was it? It was the Joker meme, and he's putting on his makeup, and it says 8-year-olds on YouTube making $1 million a year, and then me getting ready to go to work, fucking barely making rent. It's literally that shit. It's literally that shit.
Well, I guess
it's literally that meme. But you know what?
Go ahead.
I don't know.
You
know.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that's what it is.
Like I said,
it's good and bad.
Yeah, like I said, that's the problem I have with them when it comes to hiding themselves. Their content, I don't have a problem with at all. You know what I mean? Like, not at all. You know, they're not doing anything mean or malicious, so I don't have a problem with them on that aspect at all. Their personality, they're not doing anything mean or malicious. I don't have any problem with that at all. You know what I mean? But hiding when we're supposed to be giving you a dose of reality or talking about real things, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's Covercore. They're a business. They're working for a company.
Literally,
They kind of have to follow some guidelines.
Yeah, and to me, like I said,
Cover is a company.
It feels like a business coming in and infiltrating again our hobby.
Yeah.
And saying, "Hey kids, how are you doing today?" That's what it feels like.
It kind of is when you think of it.
That's really need to take that out on this one. Though. Fuck this shit.
Well, you can't ignore the success. Like I said, I mean, Gargura, she's at 3 million subscribers. That's insane.
I'm not ignoring these. You can't
3 million. It wasn't last time we checked. It was just 1 million not too long ago. Now it's 3 million.
I'm not ignoring the success. It's in your face. You can't ignore it. You can't. But you gotta get.
Yeah, I mean, especially when
it's just a
when they decide to go over and jump into a video game stream and just like pretty much
it just
bring the whole crowd with
it.
them.
Just tells me the people that came before them are expendable, and now this is the new thing. So now they don't need us anymore. That's what it was. That's how I feel. We're just expendable, and we're just going to bow down to the company because that's what it is. That's how I feel.
Like I feel like we just can't play games anymore. It's either have to be a motive to play games now. Like, oh, I want to be famous. Let me stream this fucking game or this, that, the third. Like,
there's an agenda behind it
play.
before you start. Yeah.
Well, even with gaming, I feel like today's gaming, I'm so fucking good.
Well, you got to think there were ways before this. I mean, you remember there was the whole the titty tubers or whatever they were, the Twitch thoughts.
And people hated that. They hated it. You know, I never really had that much to say on it, but people hated that shit. I would see the comments like, Jesus Christ, like they really hate this. But it's still going on. And then the VTuber came up, and all of a sudden, the Twitch dots got upset at the VTubers. And the OnlyFans women got upset at the VTubers because they were taking the money from them. So it was a matter of money at that time. That was their agenda. It was just money.
And then now when you think about it, it's like, you know, what's going to be the thing to take over the VTuber thing? Like, what's going to come and trump that?
Hulk Hogan. It has to be something. Look,
no, but here's the thing, though.
What?
But here's the thing, though. Yeah. That's the main thing. It's all about money. They don't care about us individuals like that anyway.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the people that, you know, I feel bad for the people that fucking fall into this milking category because you want to support the person, that's fine. But if you're being duped and milked into, you know, getting your money taken, then that's on you.
Yeah,
you fell for it.
Yeah, you fell for the okie doke. Yeah. It really depends. Like I said,
that's why you gotta be extreme.
Look, I understand it's a free market. I understand there's avenues for each part. But when you fought for the community for so hard, only for this to come along and be like, "Hey guys, on the first night, you know what I mean? We're not talking something that built up to this. You know what I mean? Like on the first night, like, are you serious? Like, all right, fine, we have no choice now. You know what I mean? Like now we have to deal with it. You know?
And that's the funny thing too. Like I said, I used to be part of the cosplay community. Don't get me wrong, there were some nice people, but you got pretty much the cosplay community now. It's pretty much corrupt.
It's completely corrupt.
Bitchy people.
It's completely corrupt.
Yeah, no one gives a shit. People, it's almost like being in high school again. Oh, I want to be popular again. I want to be queen of the prom or king of the prom. But it's mostly queen of the prom because it's all about the bitches fighting each other.
Yeah, and here's the problem with that. A lot of these people who are acting like that and having these little cliques like it's high school are adults. They're adults.
Yeah.
These aren't kids. These are adults.
Somebody said in the chat. Yaya Han, prime example.
Yeah.
I know a friend personally that does cosplay, and she was actually. They didn't want her in the show. If you remember Heroes of Cosplay, that show.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
They
Travis.
didn't want her. They didn't want her in the show because her costumes were actually really well done.
Oh, fuck off.
But she is like you see her there in the background. Like she refused to do it because apparently the show had you sign a waiver. Like they were basically trying to get you to play an archetype. Like they wanted you to play the sassy girl. They wanted you to play, the whiny girl.
They need stereotypes in order for this show to sell. They do it with every reality show.
Yep. See,
but
and
my friend was in the show, but she was in the part where they were doing like the runway stuff.
Okay.
And they were basically trying to dictate how the winners and losers of the cosplay contest that was being held there.
Oh boy.
Oh, so in the Discord, that's the face behind the shark right there.
Oh man.
Ain't no one gonna take her seriously looking like that.
Why not? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they?
Why not?
Why wouldn't they?
I mean, do you see it?
I see it. Why wouldn't they?
Everyone should. It's your values as a human being.
Isn't that what this is supposed to be about? It's supposed to be about, broadcasting yourself. You know what I mean? It's free expression, and of course we don't have that these days because YouTube has changed so much and Twitch has changed so much that we see that other people get special benefits. We know that. But
and we know for the fact that we're never gonna
to say that she couldn't make it because of what she looks like, which I'm looking at her and I don't see anything wrong with her. I think, to be honest,
I see absolutely nothing wrong.
I see she's attractive. She could get by without it, I feel. But that's
I just think today, like, we didn't.
She's kind of like a hippie.
Yeah, but she can get over it. She can get over. You know what I mean? She can get over that hump with that, I believe. But we spent so much time on this. Can we move on?
Yeah, we have to say.
All right. Let's forget about these fucking thoughts for now and let's move on to the next bit.
Yeah, so all right, we're on the sports.
Yes, let's move on to sports.
So, sports fans.
Sha'Carri Richardson has been banned from the Olympics over smoking weed. For those who don't know, there has been a petition for her to be, freed, pretty much, free her and let her run at the Olympics. I personally think she should be let go to run. For those who don't understand why she got caught smoking weed, her mother had passed not too long ago, and she found out, apparently, for what we're hearing, she found out via media that her mother had passed, and she had no one to turn to and no one to talk to, and her mental health was bad, and the only way to calm her nerves was to smoke weed. Now, I've seen people comment saying, you're lucky that's all she did was smoke weed. She could have went and did crack. She could have went and had an intervention. I agree. We're talking about an old, and as you said, archetype. We're talking about old rules that need to be abolished as far as I'm concerned. Because when we're talking about weed, we're also talking about the war on drugs. And when you're talking about the war on drugs, a lot of people can say it was racist given the fact that how the war on drugs started. That's where she made her comments saying that it's a pretty racist rule. Now,
it's also
no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say it's not even performance enhancing.
It's not.
It's good for your mental health.
Yeah, not in the slightest. It is not enhancing your performance at all. Like none.
Like it was performance enhancing, and sure, like go fuck yourself. You cheated. But
I mean, the poor girl found out about the news about her mom through the media of all things. Instead of that's pretty messed up.
And the Olympics did not care, not at all. Which tells me that.
Well, to be fair, the same Olympics banned a Russian person for some fucking reason. Like they banned Russia, didn't they, for some fucking odd reason?
Well, it was because they thought they were souped up on PEDs. That's why. There was a big scandal behind it where there was a doctor and everything.
Okay, that's fair enough. I'll give that. But I'm just sick of it. Like the Olympics don't get to tell you what you should or should not do. As long as you're not breaking the rules, then fine. But when it comes to that kind of shit, you can't let people in.
And she was the fastest sprinter, we saw, that was supposed to be heading to the Olympics. She was number one. And the fact that they banned her for this, and mind you, it's only a 30-day ban, but she misses the window to get to the Olympics because of the 30-day ban. So I feel as though, personally, she should be able to run. She should be allowed to run. And
I think she should be allowed to sue him.
Yeah, well, like I said, you have people out there.
Sue their ass.
You have people out there that says I've seen the comments where they're like, "Oh, well, she didn't love America enough," or she knew what she was getting herself
fuck
into.
off.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've seen comments that are just like, "You gotta be kidding me," you know what I mean? Comments that are just like, "Hey, she, she did the crime, she should do the time," and it's like, "Yo, she's human. Her mom just died, B. Like, come on, it's not like she went out and scored some crack, or she went out and
Exactly. I mean,
like,
other people cope with with something like that differently in every way. She chose to go that route.
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't. And there wasn't anything.
She chose to cope that way.
Yeah.
Trust me, she could have gone down the drinking route, and that could have been a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have been
Like,
exactly.
It could have been a lot worse. You're right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she could have totally went to drinking, and then while drunk said a whole bunch of horrible things, and there you go.
I'm just.
They couldn't even be worse. She could have got kidnapped, raped, killed.
Well, I'm hoping.
Like there's so much shit. Like people need to. Yeah, there has to be. I think there has to be a rule. At least in the Supreme Court, maybe you can go down that road because that's
something that they can do to reverse that, because that's bullshit.
Yeah.
It is. I think it is.
I just think like just challenge it and go because it's not fun. It's enhancing. It helps you mentally. It's good to keep you calm whilst you're doing the races anyway. So there's nothing legal there. And secondly, this shit should be sued. I think you should pursue it and challenge it.
Oh, I agree, man.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah, you gotta think Olympians.
And this is coming from a British dude saying, "I want British to win it," and not go all that shit.
Yeah, I think these Olympians aren't like.
It's just people cope with things differently, you know.
Yeah.
They're not your average professional athletes. They take 4 years. Every 4 years, they get a shot at this. And they have to do track meets and everything else through those years just to get up to this level, and then to be taken from her like that.
And it's extreme.
Yeah, it is.
But I thought of this now. The reason why the Olympic board probably took issue with this is because she's technically a role model, and a role model that uses drugs is gonna set a bad example. So that's probably the reason why they did what they did.
But it's okay for role models to eat McDonald's, which is junk food, during the Olympics, in the commercials.
Right.
We're talking about the same people
because they're endorsed by it.
Exactly. We're seeing the same people who are saying they're against drugs, and we're talking about the top of the 1%. And Dwayne Wade said it best. He was like, the same people who are sitting here and these corporations are saying that she shouldn't have taken the drugs or whatever are the same people who have their own weed farms and their own weed companies.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. I think this is a cop-out. I think this is a way to hold her back. And it
probably is.
I think that's what it is. They made an exception and said, we're going to enforce this specifically because you have to be kidding me.
I think you're onto something. What was it when when you said about the McDonald's thing, when what was that one soccer player pushed the bottle of Coke out of the way and said drink water instead? They fucking tagged his ass for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's Ronaldo.
That's what I'm saying.
That's cutting into Coke's bottom line, man.
Exactly.
Fuck Coca-Cola.
It is absolutely ridiculous. They're saying, but it's okay for them to endorse energy drinks. Exactly. All these things, in my opinion, energy drinks are bad for you. They're horrible for you. But it goes to show you.
Me drinking the Red Bull right now.
But it goes to show you that there are contradictions. There are contradictions within this stuff. And I feel as though if you're going to call her out, and say, oh, she smoked weed, this is going to blow back. If people take it seriously enough, it'll blow back, and it'll call out all the corporations on all the stuff they do.
Yeah.
But that's fighting a serious mountain. You know what I mean? That's a serious mountain to climb.
So the biggest way you can beat the mountain is not watch the fucking Olympics. There you go. Don't buy a ticket. Don't watch it. There you go.
Yeah. Well.
And then support. Do protests. God damn it. Protest. God damn it.
We do have some more Olympics news. We have more Olympics news. Met officers who searched who searched Team Great Britain sprinter Bianca Williams now face gross misconduct investigation charges. Apparently, they stopped and frisked her and her boyfriend with their baby in the car because they said that their driving looked suspicious.
And that is just ridiculous. They can't stop you for that for one, because they have reasonable suspicion means you have to see, taste, smell, whatever. You can't just fucking randomly stop this. And this is racial profiling. Fuck them. And they should get. And this is a massive issue across this. And again, I'm not anti-police, but I'm anti-bullshit. And this is what it is. And again, we can either talk about another thing along the lines of what's been covered up. This is a case, an example of double standards.
Well, remember,
and this is
it sounds like profiling.
It is profiling.
Yeah, it is.
3
really
of 6 officers have been charged. Not all 6. Only 3 of 6.
Fuck that shit.
Why only 3?
There was no arrest. Stop Frisk. They had nothing. They had nothing.
They'll probably go. Oh, well, you're suspended or whatever. They cover this shit all the fucking time. I've seen police do way worse shit and they got away with it. Like pedophiles and blah blah blah, and got away with shit.
She hasn't received an apology for it, so I don't know if they're just going to slap on the wrist on this one.
Well, fuck the apology. It means nothing. You're gonna do it again. That's what you fucking do. It's like it's because she's a celebrity. No, it's fine. But what about the one person on the streets who's fucking just chilling out, maybe having a beer in a can, and then they get fucking harassed? Like we've seen this kind of shit always happen. It's ridiculous. You get stopped for fucking just looking the wrong way. Like I've had police harass me myself. So it's not. It's been a case
right now. Okay, about recent police harassment. You're preaching to the choir here. So you don't have to tell us.
Accurate police. I know that, but it's just I mean, it's just such a double standard. I hate that shit.
That's understandable. But speaking of double standards, Racheal Nichols. We might as well get to this. Racheal Nichols.
Fuck this folks.
Yeah, I know. She was caught trashing Maria Taylor backstage at ESPN. Now, for those who have not heard this soundbite, let me play it for you real quick, all right? So let's get started.
They said to me, hey, instead of hosting the NBA Finals, why don't you do Doris's sideline reporter job for the NBA Finals? Because guess what that would clear the way for? For Maria to do the hosting for her. Yeah. So, I have declined. I don't know what their next move is, but they are feeling pressure because of all of that. And,
wait, what?
I'm trying to figure out how to just, my thing is that I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball. If you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your crappy long-time record on diversity, which by the way I myself know personally from the female side of it, go for it. Just, find it somewhere else. You're not going to find it with me.
Now, with that said, okay, gentlemen, let me start off by saying how much. Let me start off by saying how much bullshit this is, okay? And I'm only going to point out the one part. All right? Because anybody, and I'll say anybody, who feels their job is being threatened or someone's going to take over their job, of course they're going to say, nah, I want to keep my job. All right? We know that part. But the fact that she points out that as a woman, she knows how it feels to be oppressed compared to a minority. No, you do not. From the women's side, no. You're not going to minimize other minorities' oppression because you want to talk about your oppression as a woman. No, we're not going to do that here. All right. The fact that you say, oh, well, if ESPN, they're checking off the little crappy diversity because they have a long time. Now, she's telling the truth. Let's think about it. How many black anchors from ESPN has been fired? When Stephen A. Smith had something to say early 2000s, they got him out of there. He had his own show at the time. They got him out of there. Now, every other black person, mind you, they didn't want that barbershop talk at one point. And then it was introduced to them. I did a video how many years ago showing that, these old guys are throwing up peace signs and all this stuff. And I was like, yo, they're just trying to emulate black culture because the way they was throwing it up. They're trying to get that audience without having them on board as employees. Now, Racheal Nichols, for those who don't know, it says that, pretty much that Waj came out and said that she's a bad team player. And it's really interesting that he would come out and say that due to the fact that Racheal Nichols has her own show the jump. She's got her own show. But this should tell us more about not Racheal Nichols as much as it does ESPN. Because if ESPN has this bad history of diversity, and ESPN knew about this, because mind you, this is old. This just came out not too long ago. ESPN sat on this for a long time and said nothing. It should tell you that this is how they really feel about Maria Taylor or other minorities in that case when it comes to ESPN. Mind you, ESPN, for those who don't know, is owned by Disney. Okay? Yep. So ESPN knew about this.
Goddamn Disney.
Now, before anybody calls Racheal Nichols a racist, all right, before we get to that point, I don't think that Racheal Nichols is a racist, but boy, did Twitter come for her. All right? After that, we found out that Racheal Nichols, mind you, she's a married woman, but last year, she went and had sex with Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat, all right, in the bubble. Y'all know what that means, right?
Or was it maybe the rest of the team also?
Wrong.
I've got balls of steel.
It's all types of wrong. When did this ever stop, I guess, someone from being married and having sex with a basketball player? I don't know. But the fact is, they aired out all her laundry. Now, Racheal Nichols came out and apologized for the said thing, right? First off, you're not apologizing for something you said a long time ago. You're apologizing because you got caught. Her apology was
pretty
probably
much.
Yeah, her apology was about what, 6 seconds long? I take ownership to what I said and everything. And of course, as soon as she said that, here come all the other guys. It's great that you're taking, responsibility and ownership of blah, blah, blah. First off, this is her apology. Why is Kendrick Perkins talking? Why? Why is Dick Jeffers talking? And yes, I call him Dick Jeffers. I'm not going to call him Richard Jefferson. Dick Jeffers. Why is he talking? It's her apology. Why are they coming to her aid so quickly?
Maybe she went and paid him a visit too.
I would not. I wouldn't. Look, at this point, here is her spokesperson is the same person for LeBron James. So I'm not surprised that she's going to. So I'm not surprised that she's going to go this route. But since
she's going on an apology tour.
Well, what happened is so far is that she's been kicked off of broadcasting. Was it sideline reporting for the finals, which no one's going to miss her. But she gets to keep her show. So, at what level do we call this entitlement and privilege?
Yeah.
I get, yeah.
I mean,
it's just don't even get me started on.
I mean, I'm just saying, because if that was anyone else of a certain color, as ESPN has been treating them, boy, they would have been fired. They would have been fired from.
They would have been shown the door.
They would have been shown the door. Think about all the people that have left. Like I said, Stephen A. Smith, they had to bring him back. He tried to do the UFC last night, and he was terrible. Terrible. Because he don't know fighting. All he knows is basketball. And sometimes I guess football he can be right, I guess, at sometimes. But you got to think.
Yeah.
Michael Smith is gone. Jamel Hill gone. Kerry Champion gone. Like I said, Stephen A. Smith at one point was gone. You look at all the black talent that has come through when it comes to ESPN, and they're all gone. As soon as they start getting somewhat even political, or as they would say, uppity, as soon as they got a little bit, they was out of there when it came to the contract renegotiations.
Yeah, but what were their political views?
Look, their political views was, I really don't want to get into it, but Orange Man bad. Y'all know how that go.
Oh, fuck that. Like, I agree with that. Then you shouldn't have any politics in your sports. Like, keep that shit out. Like, you can have an opinion on shit. I don't care. Like, go fuck yourself. Keep your political opinions yourself.
We're still talking about. We're still talking about the same ESPN that hired at one point an imaginary person. At one point.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's just the same double standard that we always get. Like, we all cry about Tammy Sitch and she was fucking everyone everywhere, so I don't give a shit about that shit, because, if we're not going to care, I ain't going to care about that, I ain't going to care about this.
I'm telling you,
that much, but
but
the things she said is inexcusable. It is inexcusable.
It is inexcusable. And I think, if anything, I felt as though, because of what she said and didn't own up to it until then and was behind her co-workers' back, I think that's grounds to be fired. I think it's grounds to be
Yeah.
fired.
It's going to be fired. I think the person who also videotaped should be fired as well, because you can't be recording people without their permission.
Well, yeah. I mean, think
Again,
about if we think about
Two
this,
sides of that.
we could talk about how Donald Sterling from the LA Clippers, the former owner of LA Clippers, was very racist. Remember, he got caught saying a lot of bad and racist things, on tape. And
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She had that recording set up on the bookshelf.
Exactly. And he didn't know he was being recorded, but he said those things anyway. So now the question comes down to is how much is privacy? How much do you look at privacy in your own home or in certain places? Is it allowed when you're a public figure? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, if you're a public figure, man, there's no such thing as privacy.
Well, these people are let's be honest here. These people make the news, but they are public figures. They are.
Yeah, they are public figures, but at the same time, don't you allowed to have a shit about people going in your fucking garden to look what you're doing?
Yeah, we just talked about that earlier with Britney Spears. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's what I was saying. Like there has to be
where's the line? Where's the
Yeah.
line when it comes to
I
that?
think as soon as you're home, you're allowed to have a life. As soon as you're at work, you should be allowed to do stuff, but at the same time, because you are a public figure, when you're outside doing stuff, I can understand. Look, you're a public figure, you got to be careful what you're doing and saying. But in your own home, that's your own home. Again, it's the whole privacy needs to be there. Again, it's just so much. It's a hard battle to argue, to be honest, because you don't know where it should be. But I think privacy should be privacy.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest here. If these people didn't act up, there wouldn't be nothing to report. And I keep telling people this a lot, even through my times of reporting stuff, And for those who don't know, I have been accredited by the Washington Post that says that I am a legit, credible source of information. Just to let some of y'all know that out there.
Damn you.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So that was during the comic book era. Yeah, they actually said that. So ain't that something?
Yeah, when you called out Don Slott, a piece of shit.
So I find it very interesting that like I said, you report the news, but you don't want to be the news. And I understand it because Racheal Nichols had said that herself in the beginning of her apology. But if you don't say anything bad, then there's nothing to get on you about. Now, the other parts about her saying, hey, look, you want to go have a great career or whatever, that's fine, but just don't do it here because this is her thing. That's just competition. You know what I mean? That's a competitive thing. That's a work thing. So I understand that completely. But the rest of that, nah, I can't get down with that. I can't get down with it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say that, all these things about it and then say, oh, she's great at what she does. It's a backhanded compliment. So as far as I'm concerned, it's really bad. And speaking of backhanded compliments, I guess I should get to it right now. The Tampa Bay Lightning. All right. I guess I have to give them a round of applause. Congratulations. Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah. For those who don't know, yeah, I'm very somber about this because they have won the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yep,
That's right. They've won
sure
it again.
did.
Back to back
Against the Canadians.
Against the Habs. I did want to ask you, Furious Doom, do you think that the Las Vegas Golden Knights would have gave them a harder run for their money?
Hell yeah, I think they would have.
For those who don't know that,
because I mean they played their hearts out.
So do you think that they burned out the Habs before they played the Stanley Cup?
Yeah, I think they might have, but I mean, like at the same time, I think that I don't know. I from one of the little tiny bit I caught at the end of the whole thing, I think they were playing full force, and I don't know. I think the Golden Knights should have been in the Stanley Cup because I think it would have been a much better game.
Now, mind you, Montreal Canadiens, or the Habs as they call them, are one of the original six. So for me, seeing the Habs go to the Stanley Cup for me was like, okay, that's cool. But then once they got there, they got outplayed in every way and was just dominated all around the puck. Offense, defense, it didn't matter. It just got destroyed. They won one game.
Damn.
Yeah, one game.
No, I definitely think that the Golden Knights gave the Canadians a run for their money, and that's probably the reason why they performed so poorly in the Stanley Cup.
I would not be surprised. I would not be. But speaking of performance,
but I do genuinely believe that the Vegas Knights should have gone to the Cup.
So we're talking about a team who had an expansion not too long ago, has been to the Cup before, you know what I mean, with other people's teammates that they had to give up in the draft. That's just what the Golden Knights did. I mean, come on. But I mean, I guess, I mean, I can see where they could be burned out. I could have seen that. Hopefully, next season, it won't be this way. I mean, back-to-back Stanley Cups is just, I mean, that's tough to watch. You know what I mean? I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been the Penguins. It could have been the Penguins.
I have a question about these teams you're talking about. The Knights.
The Knights.
The Vegas Knights.
The Vegas Knights and the other night dudes y'all were talking about. Are they actually dressed up in suit of armor?
What? No, they're not dressed in the suit of armor.
Well, if hockey pads matter, yes. Right?
Sounds like these guys are dressed in suit of armor.
Well,
medieval armor. So.
Look, I personally am against Vegas having any type of sports team given the whole gambling thing, but it seems like everyone has sports gambling available to them now, so it doesn't matter anymore. But I remember when that was a big deal. And now all of a sudden, you got the Golden Knights and the Raiders. I'm telling you, if you look at tickets for these teams, they are out. Dude, they're out to the moon. They're absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, they're pricey.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Raiders who haven't won anything in years, but guess what? Yeah, go look at their ticket prices. It's like, what the hell? Yeah, it's.
I wonder what their season ticket prices are.
I wouldn't even want to know. You have to be. Look, Vegas is about people who have money, and if you
making it,
yeah, and you know you're gambling. You know what I mean? I'm just waiting for somebody to throw a game. That's all it's going to take is one person to throw a game because of what's going on, and that's going to be it.
Pretty much.
Gonna break out.
Well, you said fight gonna break out?
Yeah,
I'm
glad
glad
you said it's gonna be rigged.
No, I'm glad you said that because speaking about fighting, Tyson Fury has tested positive for COVID, and his fight with Deontay Wilder has been postponed. Now,
God damn it.
This fight was supposed to happen on July 24th, but now it's being pushed back to October. For those who don't know, Dillian Whyte, this fucking guy, Dillian Whyte comes out and says that Tyson Fury should be stripped of his title and given to him, and that what he'll do is he'll be the champion and he'll fight Wilder, and the winner will fight Tyson Fury. That is the absolute most asinine shit I've ever heard in my life. So because someone got COVID, didn't get it intentionally, you're going to tell me he deserves to be stripped of his title?
That's stupid.
That man fought Deontay Wilder twice to get that belt. Twice already. And you want him to be stripped and you haven't earned a damn thing to get it? To just be handed to you? I've never in my life. I'm like, this is crazy.
Look, it's the pressure of the Olympics. Let's just give him the belt, okay?
Just gives him, like, look, no, it's been pushed back to October, and it should be pushed back until he feels better and everything is okay. But it goes to show you that COVID is still out there, and COVID is a real thing. It's real. So for everyone that says just some type of no, go ahead.
But yeah, no, you shouldn't take away their belt simply because
no, he's
got sick.
He's fought way too hard for it. You don't take him his title away from him because he got sick. That's absolutely insane.
I'll be fair. Like if he was injured, then fine. Because you're injured, then the belt should be vacated.
Then you find someone to replace him. That's what you do.
Well, I'd have it like 2 people fight to get the belt. Go back the old ways how wrestling used to be at a tournament to win a belt.
But this is boxing. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
There's too many governing bodies to let this slide.
Yeah.
Too many. And right now, this is the WBC. So, I mean, it would be wrong of them to take that title away from him because they know at the end of the day they're going to have that clash. People are waiting for that clash. No one's paying to see Dillian Whyte versus Deontay Wilder. No.
Yeah, no one's going to watch that.
Then the winner fights Tyson Fury. I don't think so. I
think Tyson will destroy Wilder. I'm just saying. That's why he's scared of him.
I think Tyson Fury will beat Wilder again, but I think that given if you've watched any of Wilder's training, he's going to give him a fight. I think he's going to give him a fight.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
So it should be interesting.
It'll be interesting, but people.
No, we still got more. Also, for those who don't know, the first women's Super Series featherweight division has been announced. I'm going to give this a round of applause because for those who don't know, this is just something that the Super Series is amazing. It's an amazing thing. for those who didn't watch the first Super Series that happened, that's where you had like Carl Frocken on them. Yo, they were getting it in. They were not playing. That was an exciting thing to see. And with the women being listed up in this, I want to see that too. That's going to be the Super Series usually delivers. It usually does. So I would say, if anything, and you also get to see up and coming talent too. If you haven't known any of them, you get to see them and put on a show. And I can't wait. I'm excited for this one. I tell you, boxing is boxing. It doesn't matter if it's men or women. Boxing, boxing. You're still going to get what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
And also,
throw some hands.
I guess we can give a round of applause again. Also, there's another round of applause we got because for those who don't know, Christian Eriksen has been discharged from the hospital. That's right.
Yes.
Christian Eriksen has been discharged from the hospital after a slight procedure, and as far as I'm concerned, something tells me he's going to retire. He's got to. He has to.
Yeah. And this is it. This is after he got surgery.
Yeah, after he got the surgery.
Yeah, this was that time. Yeah.
He has to. I mean, after what
I think he's got to. Well, but the problem is he's going to be forced into it because Italy has a lot of that. So if you have a heart attack, well, cardiac arrest, they ain't going to let you play football again. At least in the.
And it was.
But I don't know if he's going to retire or not.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, it shouldn't have happened. So I don't know.
But we have even more.
The sad thing is that he's.
No, go ahead. But
I was going to say it's a shame that a good player is going to be gone, but at the same time, he's probably got enough money to last him for years. So it's better with him to work, and if he has children, I'd see have children and go old, do that shit. Don't need football anymore, man.
Yeah, I mean,
he could still do stuff in the football industry too, couldn't he?
Yes, he could. He could do front office or something like that. He could be a coach.
He could be a manager. Yeah. He could do office stuff. Yeah.
Or a commentator, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, he can still do something. There's still something on the table for him, I believe.
Yeah, I think he'd be good in Tottenham as a sports coach or something, because I think he's planning to go back there. I think.
You would bring back.
You would somewhere.
You would bring up the
I don't like Tottenham. I hate Tottenham.
So why would you bring him up then?
I hate Tottenham.
Also,
because I fucking hate them. That's why.
Well, also in more news,
I'm just waiting for Wing Zero to bring up Rick Diaz.
Now, see, you spoke him into existence. You did that. All right.
Yeah,
you mentioned it. I didn't have to say shit. That was not even. You know, that's not even on my mind right now.
See, we know what's on. Wait.
Damn it.
We know what's on Wing Zero's mind.
I've got balls of steel.
He's looking for facials. We know.
Yeah.
He's not thinking about.
He's looking for him.
Dude, I am hungry. I'm fucking hungry right now.
I bet you are. Starving, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right, on to the next topic.
On to the next topic. The FA has been accused of coercion after letter to MP is unhappy about kneeling before matches. Now, as you know, they've been kneeling for, Black Lives Matter, anti-Asian hate, all these different reasons. And apparently the MP is unhappy about it. Well, you know what I got to say about that? Fuck off. That's what I have to say about that. Because if that's all you got to complain about, when literally they've had banners that say stop racist hate and all this other stuff, the kneeling is what bothers you, huh? Not the people saying the things or launching things onto the pitch or going after referees as we've seen in the past, or the fans acting up, or the fans fighting over racism on trains and everything like that. No. We're not going to talk about that on the tubes. No, they don't want to talk about that. Kneeling is where we draw the line. You've got to be kidding me here.
Yeah. I have to agree with you on this one, man. I have to agree on this one. I think it's really, really stupid and pointless, but
it is.
I don't think kneeling works, but I can see why people are doing it. And that's the option for people to do, because it's got a free fucking country. Let people do what they want to do.
Yeah, and the worst part about it is they believe it's, especially here in the U.S., like if in the American football, like if they kneel, like they think it's like it's offensive towards military when it has nothing to do with the military.
It was created by a guy from the military. He's the one who gave the suggestion. I don't understand it.
Stupid.
I don't understand it. It's like everyone's brains is just literally in their ass, and they're just kicking themselves in their head. That's how I feel.
Look. Okay, and then people do headers, and that causes injuries. Okay.
Oh yeah, y'all. That's right. You have to have this. Right. Some people do headers, and they actually have special helmets on for that, don't they?
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because I mean, they crash into each other pretty hard.
Yeah, but it's not just that though. But look, after what we saw, you know what, this rolls right into what we're getting ready to talk about with the Euro finals. All right, after what we saw with Denmark and England, they didn't have to crash into each other. Just touch them on their arm. Oh my God, here they go throwing themselves on the ground. They're just flopping to be flopping. I swear to God, I had at least a year's worth of Griffin Force flopping a week with all that flopping in that one game. It was absolutely, it was hard to watch.
It's the biggest question though, Event.
Okay.
People want to know, are you going to bring that back?
I can always bring it back. I mean, it's going to be a little hard to do it via audio. I can always do it still on Twitter. When I see something bad, I'll post it right over top of it. Griffin Force flop of the week. You know what I mean? But I'll find a way around it. I can definitely. But I mean, you'd be kidding me that this is something that I do. Like today is match day. I do not want to see the way England played against Italy, how they played Denmark. I do not want to see that. I want to see them press the ball. I want to see Sterling go as fast as he can all the way up the pitch because he gives them such a problem. I don't want to see this flopping shit. I don't want to see it. Don't play their game. Press. And make them stay on their heels the entire time. I expect goals from Sterling. I expect goals from Kane. And I'm going to sit here and say I expect goals from Mount as well. That's my prediction.
Soccer was invented by European ladies to keep them busy while their husbands did the cooking.
Shut up,
God damn it.
Do you want me to bring up the male football? Well, what they are, compared to rugby?
And see, they're saying it already. The Italians are famous for flopping, so I may be disappointed. I don't want to see that shit today. I don't want to see them flopping for calls and trying to get over.
Wait a minute, that person brought up a good point about Italians being flopping. So that's why we got Italian Spider-Man.
My God, Italian Spider-Man. I do not want to see this shit today. I want to see an actual game. This is the finals. This is it. And I want to see great competition. I don't want to see a bunch of guys like a fly landed on the shoulder. They act like they're shot.
This is the floppy finals, man. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. See, this is why I need to drink. This is exactly why I need to drink. All right.
Be careful though, Italian Spider-Man.
I will have. I'm telling you now. I will have on my TV the game, and what I will be doing is streaming the crowd reaction from Croydon. I will be watching the crowd reaction from Croydon to see how things are. I'm not playing around. I want to see this.
Yeah, it's packed everywhere in England, supposed to.
Yeah, like I said, Piccadilly Circus is packed. Like I want to see all the reaction, everything. So it's going to be very interesting for me to watch. And but
I got some thoughts very briefly. And I'm going to say that we're extremely lucky to be in the finals because we only had an own goal.
Hey, no, Denmark did that to themselves. No, they did that to themselves. They deserved that. Look, they deserved it because they were flopping all game, and then England got a penalty, which, let's be honest here, the penalty wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I wouldn't have called that, but that's me. But since they did all that damn flopping, they were owed one, and they got it. That's what happened. So Denmark did that to themselves. Denmark screwed Denmark. Yeah. Sorry, but I had to say.
Brett. I'm just hoping we actually do play well because Italy are a world-class team.
I hope they dominate. I hope that they put Italy. Because if Italy's going to keep flopping, then I want to see them press. I want to see them press regardless. But
I'll say, look, try and not overdo it in the first half, just for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit. But push it. Still push them, give them pressure.
I want to see them coming out firing all cylinders. All cylinders. I know.
First 5 minutes, score from Henry Kane.
I want to see them score in the first 5-10 minutes. Just to put a little bit of pressure on Italy to see what they'll do. So
we'll see.
We'll see what happens. I will be watching. I got my track jacket on. I'm ready. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready.
Denmark screwed Denmark.
Yes, I told you. Denmark screwed Denmark. They did. That was on them. Didn't no one tell them to keep throwing themselves on the ground? The one guy literally threw himself on the ground, waited for a long time, got up, and then checked his hair. He didn't even check his injury. He checked his hair. I'm like, come on.
Here's the funny thing. Is there a guy in these? Is there a guy in one of these teams? Is his name Pepe?
I don't know. But now you're forcing a stereotype here. You're forcing a stereotype here.
No, I need to know if there's a guy named Pepe Silvia in one of these teams.
Pepe.
Well, there's a guy called Pepe in Arsenal.
Oh God.
Well, there you go.
A proper team like Chelsea.
Well, let's move on, shall we?
All right, move on. Next topic.
Please, because don't just keep on going. Drake Wuertz reveals that. Drake Wuertz reveals that John Laurinaitis text on WWE and COVID. Apparently, he was very upset and how the COVID rules and how it's pandering to a specific side of the deal when it comes to COVID. And mind you, this is a referee who gets paid 6 figures, saying this to John Laurinaitis. Like,
oh boy.
They're saying that Pepe, I think, was on the Portuguese team. So there you go. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pepe was on a Portuguese.
Pepe Silvia, son. He's on rock your shit.
God damn it.
Well, there was a Pepe that was in the on WB, but he's been cut from the Space Jam team. You know how that goes.
Oof.
Even though they put real rapists in the background, you gotta love that one.
On to John Laurinaitis.
So yeah, he revealed the text to John Laurinaitis, and he's saying how COVID is only helping one side of this debate when it comes to masks on or not, and it was just like I said, this guy is a referee who gets paid 6 figures, and you're complaining. You're a referee.
Well, he said that WWE violated human rights.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah. That is stupid. That is stupid.
Go ahead.
Some things are just like a tire fire. Trying to put it out only makes it worse. You just got to grab a beer and just let it burn.
Exactly. And I say that because WWE has been, like I said, we saw how at first, because people were saying they kept a messy shop, and all these wrestlers were getting COVID at the time. They were having parties, apparently, at their training center. And then people from other, organizations were starting to get COVID every once in a while. So, like I said, we've talked about how COVID is a real thing, but, I mean, this guy saying violating human rights is like, do you realize how much you get paid to be a referee? Now, I understand people want to say, well, no amount of money puts, price on your life. I agree with that too. But if you see the way this letter is structured and you see the way he's going about things, it really isn't about human rights. It's not about human rights.
Yeah, it's not about human rights. It's about an agenda, and I don't care. But the thing that I didn't like is that
when you do that sort of thing, the whole human rights thing goes right out the window.
Yeah, like the problem that I had is that they're not testing anymore. If you have 2 vaccines, no, you should still be testing because
we don't test here after you got 2 vaccines. They don't. They're talking about now that
I think that's the problem. I don't agree with that.
That's everywhere though. I mean, if you got both your vaccines, they're saying that now there's a booster for the fall. For the
Pfizer.
For Pfizer, yes, but it's only for one strain, right? It's for the recent strain we just saw.
Yeah, it's the variants. I think
they're saying you don't have to get that booster right now.
That's Delta or whatever, and then the Lambda, and then whatever, and then whatever variant.
Lambda. We know, but they're saying you don't need it now. That you don't need the booster. And
well,
also,
I mean, I work with somebody that works at the laboratory on the virus, and he told me about the Lambda thing.
Yeah.
I just think it's ridiculous that these motherfuckers wear hazmat suits when they're working on the virus, but they're telling people to wear masks.
They're scientists. People working on the virus. Look, we saw what happened. Any outbreak can happen when you're messing with a bunch of chemicals. You know what I mean? And so I understand the hazmat suits for the workers when they're handling that stuff. When it comes to the everyday person, I just see people wearing masks when they're getting injected. That's all I see.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I mean, my coworker also told me that before he was working on COVID, he was actually working with the flu virus because that's what his main thing was until they swapped over to that.
Yeah. But like I said, it is a real thing, and so I don't understand how WWE you can say they're violating the human rights thing. However, if we're going to talk about human rights, let's talk about Piper Niven, shall we? Piper Niven responds to body shaming from fans. Now, I don't understand why, or Doudrop, whatever you want to call her, all right? I don't see why anyone would body shame her. She's a wrestler. This is what they do. Wrestlers come in all shapes and sizes. Nia Jax was one, right? We had, you don't see they say anything about the men, like Earthquake and Tugboat and Rikishi. And he was rubbing his ass all over your face and carrying on. That's what I'm saying.
Hell, even D'Lo Brown back in the day.
Well, we can't even forget our favorite grassroots, whatchamacallit, female wrestler.
Which one?
And that was Jordan Grace. Remember, people thought she was fat at first.
Yeah, they thought Jordan Grace was fat. Look at her now. She looks like she could bench press a Buick. Like, come on, dude.
Yep.
Like, come on. And her to be tag team with Ellering right now? It's a really good match if you ask me. That's a really good couple.
And then on top of that, let's also go ahead and we'll throw China in there. I mean, she was very muscular.
Different.
Yeah.
She was different.
Yeah.
China was great, man.
I
miss China.
They all come in all shapes and sizes, men and women. I don't see the need to body shame the women, but it'd be okay for the men. Like I said, Earthquake would literally sit on you as a finisher. That was his finisher. He sat on the chest.
That's also what what's his name, Rikishi.
Yeah, Rikishi would do it. They all did it. Anyone who is bigger has that type of body type has always used their weight the way they're supposed to. They're a power of wrestlers.
Yeah, because Rikishi's finishing move was called the stink face, wasn't it?
Yeah, he rubbed his ass all in your face, and then he had the Rikishi driver afterwards. So
also he has one move where he'll sit. He does the Yokozuna where he just press you and then smacks you in the chest with his butt.
Yeah, and that's a good point too. Yokozuna too.
Yokozuna too. So I don't understand. I just don't understand the body shaming aspect of it. I don't. I really don't.
Try that in the 70s when you had Big Daddy and you had Giant Haystacks in British wrestling. Try saying any of that shit to them, they'll whoop your ass, boy. And they're legends in this business, so I don't care what weight you class or whatever. Just be a good wrestler. Just actually wrestle.
Well, I mean, wrestling, like you said, it also depends on your athletic ability. They're saying in the comments about how Keith Lee, how he was, he didn't fit the, that type of style of big man, because Keith Lee was athletic. I mean, the man was extremely athletic. I mean, hopefully we see more of him in the future. I don't know if he's going to be at a different, a different organization. He's going to come back. We don't know, but.
I'm talking again recently.
About Keith Lee?
About where I'd say, you shouldn't be with him and stuff like that.
Look, wrestlers, this is why
wrestling fans annoy me.
I don't understand wrestling fans because they pick or choose one or two different organizations and then say, okay, this person is a such and such guy, this person is a such and such girl. And it's like, no, these people have wrestled all their way up to until they get to the big time. So they didn't start all the time with WWE. They didn't start all the time with AEW. You know what I mean?
But yeah, so what was Piper's response to that?
Well, no, she said pretty much not to worry about it.
Yes, pretty much like her tweet was, successful big people are often met with this because we remind people of their own shortcomings. They want to believe that success is only for the in-quote perfect people, and that's why they don't achieve their dreams, and we prove them wrong. Don't even worry about it then. I don't. Kiss.
And that's a pretty damn good, that's a good response.
It is.
Yeah. That's all.
It's literally taking all the wind out of their sails too.
It is.
Yeah.
But I do feel bad for having to deal with that. Or anyone has to deal with that. I mean, especially you gotta think, the women are always looked at. I get it. The women are always looked at as, and almost damn near
eye candy.
Yeah, eye candy. And when you have someone who looks like Piper Niven, they say, "Oh, she's not eye candy." But I'm like, "Yo, she's a wrestler. She's there to entertain you. If you don't like her moveset,
she's doing what her job is.
She's doing her job. Doesn't matter what she looks like. She's doing her job. So if she's not entertaining you, then don't watch her. But if she's busting her ass to entertain you, you better appreciate that shit. Did nobody learn from last year? I mean, we pretty much didn't have any sports last year, and wrestling got us through a lot.
Yep.
Only to come back and do this. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she's being paid to do a job, so
let her do her job. And then if someone else thinks they can do better, then let them go ahead and try it then.
And by the way, she's the best thing about Eva Marie at the moment. That's it.
Well,
that's fucking it.
Because Eva Marie's not wrestling again. She's not wrestling.
Yeah. Even as a man, she's gonna wrestle SummerSlam with her, I'm guessing. But
they're gonna clash. Yeah, them two are gonna clash.
Oh boy, man. See, this is why I stick to AEW, son. AEW is where it's at.
I say watch wrestling when you can watch it. I say watch wrestling when you can watch it.
Yeah, watch wrestling when you want, and also watch indie wrestling as well because indie wrestling is good.
All right.
Well, speaking of
on to the next topic.
Yep. Speaking of indie wrestling, the AJPW Triple Crown vacated due to positive COVID-19 test. Again.
Oh boy, the fucking belt's got COVID, man. See?
The belt didn't get its vaccine.
See, this is what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter where you go. This stuff is still around. So you can't sit and say that, every country isn't the same. COVID is real. And really, I mean, if it's being vacated, it's for a serious thing. It's for safety precaution. So I understand why, this was being, the title has been vacated. I understand that completely. So as people were saying, the WWE COVID Championship, like, yeah, well, you spoke it into existence, all right? Everyone's in COVID wars. I feel like this. Some wrestlers have entertained us throughout the entire time of COVID last year. Yep. My hat's off to them. Seriously. However, one wrestler I will not give my hats off to is Alberto Del Rio. All right?
You just got to put that hat back on.
Everybody's favorite wrestler.
Alberto Del Rio says he is innocent of sexual assault and aggravated kidnapping. Okay, guy. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna no.
Whatever you say, pal.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Wrong.
And it's just, for me, it's absolutely ridiculous that he's coming out and saying this. And then on top of it, Alberto Del Rio says he's back in wrestling and has a message for his haters. That's right. I want to put that in air quotes. Haters. Okay. He doesn't say anything. He pretty much says, thank you for hating me because it gives me energy to get up in the morning. Well, what were you doing before that? What were you doing before that?
Trying to kidnap a woman.
Trying to kidnap women. Exactly. Like, come on. And he actually had to try and tease not too long ago of saying, can this be back? Can we do it again? And it's him looking at the WWE title. Like, can this happen again? Sit down, buddy. And the replies for that were good enough. They were good. They roasted him. And he deserved to be roasted.
Oh, the comments were great, man. I loved it.
Yeah. They were. So he deserves to take an L.
They were savage as hell, and he deserved every bit of it.
Yeah, apparently they're saying Triple H hates Del Rio. With that said, then he ain't coming back. If Triple H hates Del Rio, that's it. The backstage powers hate Del Rio. It's done. It's like
Del Rio just isn't like Del Rio was okay as a wrestler.
He was a stand-in for Eddie Guerrero. That's what he was. Let's call it what it is.
It was Eddie Guerrero.
Damn, he said stand-in.
He was. Eddie was he was a stand-in. They were looking for the next Eddie Guerrero. That's what they were looking for. He was a stand-in.
I'm gonna disagree with that because he's a shit Eddie Guerrero. Because Eddie Guerrero actually had fucking talent.
Well,
Eddie was only good at certain things. He wasn't good at the main event style matches. He wasn't. He just wasn't there. And that's why they had to just go fuck yourself. Go away.
Bro, they called him Juan Bradshaw Layfield. And they right. Oh my god.
Yeah, even the chat's becoming sexy.
Yo, even chat is turned. Talk about a mood change. Juan Bradshaw Layfield. I like that one. That's a good one. Wait, no. I'm more than like that one. I'll go give him gunshots, but nah, I'm gonna give you applause for that one. Juan Bradshaw. Oh my god. In more wrestling news, though, and I told y'all before, in sports, I said we saw all these people jumping in, trying to jump pictures, people spitting on NBA players.
Fans need to stay the fuck home.
Stay home. If you don't know how to act, stay home. For those who don't know, a fan jumped the rail at an AEW event.
Don't get the fuck off your lazy boy. Sit right there, shut up, enjoy your show. You have no need to be anywhere near an event.
The fan jumped over the rail, and Chris Jericho punched him in the face, and they pulled him off the stage. Like, what is wrong with people? And, oh my god!
Shit starts to open back up, and then
and the crazies come out. The crazies come out. And that's the problem.
Oh man, we got some crazies for later on, by the way.
Yeah, we got a few.
Oh man,
quite a bit.
Boy, do we.
So I mean, Alberto.
But yeah, okay, so yeah, and then
Bro.
so yeah, like
Alberto,
why the fuck are you gonna feel the need to finally climb over the wall, try to run up on Chris Jericho of all people? Like
all
why?
people. Like
It's because let
I
me see,
mean,
God damn it. Go on.
go for it.
No, go for
for
it. Go for it, Odin-san.
Like, the person that they're claiming that this person is, I don't want to get onto him too much because
Yeah.
he's my fucking kryptonite amount because I'll get fucking mad on him. They're accusing him. They'll accuse it, or he was accusing saying, "Oh, I'm doing it for the real wrestling for Jim Cornette."
Yeah.
Jim Cornette fucking
What?
paid the fucking cunt. You're saying, the fan who attacked the Chris Jericho,
Chris
saying
Jericho,
he was
doing it for Cornette. He did it for the Rock.
wrestling again.
He did it for the Rock.
Yeah. He did it for the cops.
Wow. Wow. Okay. He sure as hell got his point across.
Yeah, well, he caught a cross.
Yeah.
He caught a cross.
Yeah. Sure as hell got his point across. All right.
He took the L on that one.
Yeah, he did. But we have more news with fans. A fan tries to steal Rory McIllroy's club. Just walks onto the grass while he's sitting there, tries to go through his bag and tries to steal the club. Like, what the fuck is going on?
And in the clip, he just nonchalantly walks up, and then they're just chatting away. They look at him. He takes the little dog off by accident, trying to grab both the dog and the club, and drops the club by accident. And then he just reaches over and takes the club, and they're just watching him take it.
Yeah,
and then he just walks off. and then they react.
Yeah, then afterwards, it's like it had to hit him for a minute. Like, wait a minute. Yeah, let's just go get him. Like, it made no sense.
But yeah, homeboy just nonchalantly walks up, grabs the club, and then just says, "All right, see you later, guys." And they're like, "All right, bye." Wait a minute, what?
Keep y'all asses at home. Stop. I mean, golf can use a couple more of those because it'll make it more exciting. But stop.
But yeah, you watch them. It's like it takes a minute for them to process what's going on.
They're not used to that. Yeah. Like, oh my god. This is why I wish that more golf games were like Happy Gilmore, because people are rowdy.
Oh god, I would watch golf.
I'm telling you that I would watch golf if the crowd was that rowdy. I would, but they don't do that. No, everyone's got to be completely quiet as a pin mouse, little pin drop as they hit the ball. I don't give a shit. Like, no, every other sport has rowdy fans and they have to perform under pressure for those fans.
No, dude, I'm with you. I'm with you, man.
Yeah,
I'm with you. That and tennis, but then again,
they yell in tennis.
I have strong opinions against tennis.
Okay, well that's fine, but I mean, I just think that every other sport that has rowdy fans and you have to, still perform under that pressure. I think golf should still have to do that. I still think they should. I don't think they need they have to be quiet for concentration. You think the other athletes that they need concentration for that?
Hell no! Look at baseball, man. Players are being heckled all the damn time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they are.
And fans are useful to get momentum.
Basketball too. Basketball, the players are getting heckled all the damn time.
They're saying, "Watch Holy Moly." It's mini golf meets MXC. Yeah, I've watched that, and it's really funny. But some of the stuff just feels a little bit too staged. So it's a mini golf, miniature golf. But then you have to run through obstacles in order to get the ball over to the hole, and you do an MXC style type running, like jumping over obstacles, and you can get bodied real quick.
Like mini golf is probably the best thing about golf. That's it.
Yeah, I feel it is. I feel it is. But we can move on. For those who don't know, and I want to give this a round of applause as well. For those who don't know, NCAA players are now allowed to be paid for their likeness and fame. That's right, EA. Start paying up. That's right. They deserve it.
That means for anybody that makes a sports game for college.
That's right. And you can get paid off the likeness and fame. That's right. EA Games. And they're bullshit. I'm telling you, let them pay what they need to pay. Now you want to come out with an NCAA March Madness, or you want to come out with another NCAA football, pay those people, pay those students. That don't make no damn sense. And while we're at it, those who had money before or made money off their likeness in the past, they had trophies and Heismans and shit taken away from them, like Reggie Bush, give it back to them. Give it back to them. That's how I feel.
Get that back pay going.
Yep.
It's gonna be EA and lost the money.
Good. I hope they.
And you know what? That's the whole thing. I guarantee you, they will not do it. They will not use their likenesses at all.
Even if the number is popular enough, they have to pay for it.
Yeah.
That's
I
how I
don't think
feel.
they won't make those games anymore unless they're pressurized.
Oh no, EA will try to find some way that they don't have to pay them.
They said EA quickly announces that they will not be making any more NCAA games. We are not. Sorry, but we're not.
That would be the quickest way to be like right there is like NCAA's canceled.
Yep, canceled. Sorry. Well, speaking of video games, since we're on the topic now, and I have a lot I got to say about this one. This one pisses me off. It's a good thing, but a bad thing. The NYPD has a game truck hitting the streets, and NY declares that gun emergency is in the state. Now, this is a good thing because it's good to see that gaming is being used for a positive. Here's my problem with this. Years ago, I brought this to the table and said, hey, Philly, we should be able to do something like this to the Philadelphia Police Department. And I was laughed at, not by the department, they just declined. I was laughed at by the gaming community, especially the FGC. All right? Oh, you're trying to get the cops involved, you're trying to get firefighters involved, and they laughed about it. Now NY has done
I don't see the wrong issue of that.
Well, here's the thing. Now NY has done this. That's the bad part about it. But now NY has done this. So what's the excuse now? Because what I pretty much said years ago should happen has now become fruition. So my question is, where's my credit? Oh, I forgot. I don't get no credit for this.
Yeah, you're not going to get the credit for it.
I don't deserve any credit. Right? That's how it works. Yeah.
A gaming truck.
Yeah.
No.
How?
A gaming truck.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll be going from block to block, neighborhood to neighborhood, and having you come in. And what they're going to do is you can play video games. You know, it keeps you off the streets. It gives you an activity to do so you don't go around shooting people, given the fact that they've declared a gun emergency in NY right now because of all the shootings.
What do you mean, a gun emergency?
Yes, because too many people are being shot by guns. They're calling it a state of emergency. The governor.
Isn't that like normal day to day in Chicago?
Well, Chicago.
That truck needs to be in
Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago's a war zone. No,
Chicago's
a complete
Chicago.
war zone. No, Chicago is no. Chicago is they're a war zone. That's completely different. I guarantee you by tomorrow we'll hear about. Was it last week? It was 80 people were shot over the weekend in Chicago. 80.
Oh, jeez.
I can only imagine what it's going to be this weekend. So yeah.
Don't they have the okay? You know what? I don't want to get too political on this, but correct me if I'm wrong. Don't they have extremely strict gun laws in Chicago, and yet they have the most shootings?
I don't know, but it seems like every time they talk about the mayor says no, we're actually down in shootings, we're down in crime. I'm like what? This is down?
Yep.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
So the question is to the NYPD, and I want to give them a round of applause for this because I mean, come on, they deserve it. I understand how much the NYPD has done and during over the last year or so and what they've done to people and beat on people and all, but this is a good way to start something positive. NYPD, I would say, game on. I'm ready for your challenge. Any cop you want to bring to the table. On top of that, players in NY, tournament organizers in NY, I would say take advantage of this.
Hell yeah, dude. I say Brooklyn Video Games get in on that.
Take advantage of this.
Yeah. Mr. Wing Zero needs to school him in some Fatal Fury special.
Yeah, dude. Give him some Axel Hawk action.
Yeah. It's a Hawk.
I'm just saying.
You gotta
take
fuck
advantage
him
of
up,
this while it's there. You have to understand. If you're going, you take
Then
advantage
bring
of
out
the
the Rick Diaz.
opportunity because if this doesn't go well, I'm just saying, if this doesn't go well opportunity-wise, they will take this away and it will never become a thing again. This is a good thing for the gaming community. Take advantage.
I would, definitely, Wing Zero, get your boys to really go in on that.
There's so much I could say about this, but I'm going to choose not to.
Man.
Given, and when I mean say about it, given, I'm talking about all the legal ramifications, all the things that could be helpful in the community on how it would be productive, how it would cause commitment towards people, and like I said, I can go on this for days. I'm not going.
And it would help the law enforcement's image.
It would go, and that's another thing. It would go. It would connect with the people. They understand. They start seeing faces with names, and it wouldn't be just, oh, we're going to stop, searching, and what do you say?
As long as they don't strip my console, I'll be alright.
Well, no, not going to strip your console. We're not going to do that. But you wouldn't have any of this, stop and search. You wouldn't have any of that. Yeah. So it's one of those things where you get to know each other. It's a good cause. And like I said, this is one of the main things that I had thought of years ago. But like I said, I'm not going to get credit for that. So
this would also be a good way to start bringing back community policing
yeah,
as
it
well.
is. It is.
Which would also be another-
That brings up a good question I want to ask Wing Zero. Do y'all still have beat cops?
Beat cops.
I'm gonna have to get
Cops
back
that
to
beat
on
you?
that because I don't.
no, people who walk the beat.
Cops that beat you?
No, cops that walk the neighborhoods.
Yeah, walk
like
neighborhoods. We still
Oh, yeah,
have
we-
neighborhood beat cops.
Yeah, we have some cops walking around in the neighborhood at times.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Okay.
Well, they said,
Okay, that's not
ain't nothing. Look, if they don't want it, look, like I said, I would urge them to do it, but if they don't do it, I sure as hell will challenge it. I'll do it. You know what I mean?
I'll face them all and gun them right now.
I'll call any cop out. Matter of fact, after this, I'll call out the entire division. How about that? I'll go to the NYPD. I'll tweet them. How about that?
Do it.
I'll
Do
have a
it.
problem with
Do it. Do it.
I have no problem with that.
Okay, I'm doing it right now.
Oh boy.
I ain't scared. I'll come to New York and play them. I'm not scared. It's a
My
game.
No, here's what it is. My boys at Brooklyn Video Games, we was talking about it, and they told me, y'all got the tools here.
Yeah, y'all got
Now
the tools.
it's up to y'all to actually make it happen.
Exactly.
So pretty much.
Yeah.
So pretty much we got the okay to do tournaments over there. So.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Set them up with the police.
Police versus citizens.
And I say set it with the police first due to the fact that it can draw eyes and it will bring the news.
Yeah.
Everyone works. Let's say there's so much to this that you can do in every angle and how it would be for exposure. I can give you so much stuff. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Like you could do it event centers, like do it be good for mental health and stuff. You could do so much fucking great stuff.
There's so much.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you'd also get to know your officers.
Yeah, you get to know your officers. They said so you won't have to worry about that type of shit. But they said NY has the biggest opportunity right now when it comes to games, and I'm saying that if they take advantage of it. But speaking of exposure and opportunity, for those who don't know, this may piss off some people. New platform brings TV-like ads in video games. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, man.
Nope.
No.
I'm not for it.
And what's more to this whole TV-like ads to video games thing is that they found this way. They've been running it for a year in Smite. And the way they go about it is that they give you the option to watch this ad and then reward you for watching the ad.
Nope. You sit there and reward while I'm in the middle of a game. Nope.
Like a monkey?
Like a sketch of
It's like exactly that. It's like a experiment, like the rat that wants the cheese and then pushes the button.
No.
If the rat wants the cheese.
And they teamed up with EA with this. They were one of the big people who signed on this. EA.
Yep.
So.
This is complete bullshit. I really miss the days of just AOL and the endless pop-up windows. I'd take that over this shit any day, dude.
Well, they're saying that Street Fighter
this
5
is
also
awful.
have this, but you have an option to turn it off though.
Well, then why would you even put it on in the first place? And then if you have the option to turn it off, like what the hell?
But no, this is different though. This is different. They give you the option to watch it, but if you don't watch it, you don't get that little extra goodie.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
Well, because you get.
But if you watch it, you get that little extra goodie.
Well,
so that's the incentive.
The chat is saying is Metal Gear Solid 4 right then about the future when it comes to commercialized content? Yes.
Yeah.
That
is a eerily accurate assumption.
I'm going to take Kojima's words most of the time anyway when it comes to that type of stuff. But let's move on.
God.
We have even more news. The Xbox has revealed that they had to trust Sony with their pre-release Series X and S because there's evidence of a secret. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong thing. I'm sorry. They had to They had to trust Sony with their pre-release X and S so that they could get MLB The Show on the Xbox.
Yeah.
That's collateral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they had to basically trust Sony in not saying anything about the X and S. So what Microsoft did is they sent their consoles over to Sony to use.
For what purpose?
So they can make the Major League Baseball game.
Make it.
Yeah, so they can make it.
This is why
for the
they
Series
Sony
X
made
and
it for them.
on their new system.
Yes.
As opposed
I
to Sony.
mean,
Yep.
I mean,
You sound like the rest of us right now.
what?
Yeah, you sound like the rest of us right now.
It's kind of weird to hear two competing, companies, exchange their system.
On top of it, it seems
Well,
like
I mean,
Microsoft
Sony was the
took
developer of it, but the fact that they gotta, if it's gonna be an Xbox exclusive, that's kind of like that's a weird thing, man. That's like
Yeah.
literally watching someone. That's like literally paying someone to have sex with your wife and then watching it.
Well, but still, it feels like the Xbox.
And then trust that nobody says anything.
Yeah, but still, Xbox went the extra mile again to try and bring this. And like I said, this isn't any type of fanboy wars. I hate to see that. But when they talk about getting crossplay and getting certain things on their systems, it seems like Xbox had to give Sony. It's like Sony was like, I don't really need you, but Xbox is like, but we want to help. Can we make a deal here? Give us your system. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
It's like, and again, this is a benefit for us as gamers to be able to play the game together. So the whole exclusivity in certain ways is great and all, but I'd rather see it everywhere so everyone else could fucking play the games.
Yeah.
But at the same time, go on. Go on.
I mean,
well, you make a good point. Yeah, at the end of the day, gamers win.
Well, yeah, at the end of the day,
more or less. I mean,
well,
yeah, but I mean, like,
yes,
it's just
yes
it's such a
no.
weird situation, though.
It's a yes
Yeah,
and
it's
no,
weird.
I say, because people who are hardcore Sony have made it very well known that they want nothing to do with Microsoft. So when MLB The Show hit Microsoft and they didn't get it for the PlayStation, people were mad. They were super mad. Like they had the cape on and all.
Man, well, they were wearing capes, man.
Yeah, they were wearing capes, man.
Super mad.
That is not
They
true.
were just super mad.
They were. When you mad, well, here's the cape. Now you can be super mad. It's exactly what they were. And all you heard was fighting and crying over it. And the Xbox fans were laughing, even though they don't even play damn baseball, but they were laughing. And the Sony fans were enraged.
On Game Pass.
They were. Well, yeah, they were enraged. And for me, it's like, as long as people are playing, if they're getting games, that's all that matters, right? And they're like, no, that's not all that matters. I'm like, okay. So clearly you can't just play games on whatever platform and be happy. You have to have an allegiance to a certain brand. And I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that at all.
Yeah, that is so fucking up. And also, like, it was exclusive for Sony, but like the Xbox out there having it is great and all, but it's like people crying over fucking consoles is fucking stupid. Just gonna work. Get laid, maybe get a fucking girlfriend.
Speaking of consoles and speaking of platforms, evidence of a secret unreleased SNK Millennium console has been discovered.
Yes. Oh my God, that thing is. That's something really, really noteworthy, because it's always fun to see like video game consoles or prototypes that just surface out of nowhere. And what's interesting about this one is apparently from the article, it shows that it had the same CPU as the Sega Dreamcast. So that's actually pretty interesting, and it looks like, or at least the picture, it looks like a 4-slot like Neo Geo board. It looks real weird. So, but I wonder if they were developing this at the time when they were doing when they were going through that whole bankruptcy, and I think that's why this thing didn't come out, is because during that time, that was when they were going through all that whole thing with going under, basically, and their arcade business wasn't being profitable, which is interesting. Well, I mean, their arcade business was keeping them afloat, but their home console market, of course, Neo Geo being a Neo Geo, like stupid expensive, like $600 for, in 90s money. I mean, that's translates to like what, $1,200 something in today money. That's ridiculous.
Expensive. It was crazy expensive. It was.
It was crazy expensive, but it was good. But I mean, same time, it looks like they were probably trying to make some kind of console to compete with, Dreamcast are probably into this next era of video game, when I think when the Dreamcast, Xbox, PS2, and all that, it was supposed to come out then, by the looks of this, and it just got kind of half baked, and it probably died on the, like I said, on the cutting room floor when Aruze took over and bought and bought out SNK. Because you saw what happened around that time, around the early 2000s. They just basically made pachinko machines. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting piece of history that there's a prototype of some kind of Millennium system. So it's cool. I always love hearing about stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to hear, that gamers are happy that we're getting some, newly discovered stuff and that we can toy with. Because how us gamers are. We will find a way to toy with it, mod it, bring it to life, refurbish, whatever the case may be. We will find a way. You know what I mean? So duplicate.
Or just see pieces of history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of things that are history.
Well, like
Okay.
I kind of got a little question. What's everyone's thoughts on the new LED Nintendo Switch console? Because I don't like it.
Well.
That's right. We didn't put that in.
This is just an iteration of what Nintendo does anyway.
Yeah,
they just made another version of Nintendo. They do it all the time. I mean, all consoles do. I mean, PlayStation.
I think it was.
Switch Lite, Switch Pro, or OLED, whatever. They come out with different.
But I think people were upset that it wasn't a Switch Pro because they never said they were making a Switch Pro. The internet just decided they were going to make a Switch Pro, and then when they didn't make it, and then they're like, "Well, now we're big mad about it," and it's like they never promised that though.
And it just
I just feel like it's like the only thing that's useful is that there's a LAN mode for it. Like you can actually put your wireless into the Ethernet cable and that's it.
An adapter instead of you buying a separate adapter for your normal Switch.
Well, no.
Yeah, that was something when Curious Doom said he goes, I'll just get it for the dock, and I'm like, just get an adapter, and he was like, well, I'd rather get it for the dock for the Ethernet. And I was like, you're gonna pay $80 for a fucking dock when you can just pay like $14.95 for just the adapter.
You can just
the same shit.
Adapter, but they're making a point in the chat. They're saying toxicity is the issue with it. Some run Xbox-centric podcasts, and they do not trash anyone. Praise comes from all sides. The fans come through, though don't know how to behave from all sides. And it's true, because when you have things like this happen, you have to understand that there are fans out there who are so loyal to a company that doesn't know their name or face, or they're buying history even, or set to algorithm, that they're just going to trash whatever they see. Ha ha ha, Nintendo. Ha ha ha, Sony. Ha ha ha, whatever.
One PlayStation fanboy bought Eternal digitally, and he was pissed because he couldn't get his money back because in digital sales, you ain't getting your money back because the game is broken. It's up to them to make the decision if you get your money back.
Yeah.
That's all. Don't buy digital. It's that shit, mate. So you're going, I'm going to try an Xbox now because I'm a PlayStation fanboy. Fuck off.
Well,
yeah, I don't know why people are upset about that, but
I mean, it comes down to it should always be supply, demand, consumers stay together, and the companies have done a hell of a job being divisive when it comes to consumers. It's okay to have your own platform. It's okay to do this and that. But when you turn around and gamers are saying, hey, what about crossplay? And then Sony turns around and says, well, you may have to pay extra for that. It's like, well, we're paying extra now. It makes no sense. You know what I mean, to what's going on. So as far as I'm concerned, I think that consumers need to be a little bit more smarter and understand that we're all still gamers and that we can befriend each other as opposed to going after each other because they like said console or said platform. Because
it's all brand loyalty at that point for them.
I mean, even people started taking the PC.
I have no
taking that even seriously, even though it was a joke at first. It's crazy.
Well, once they come out with PC2, it's over for everyone.
Yeah, right. It's over for everyone. Exactly.
When PC2 comes out.
So yeah,
God damn it.
I mean, it's true. I mean, there's no reason to fight over a platform. You know what I mean? Like everyone's slowly but surely it's getting better because everyone's starting to get cross stuff. However, updates and things of that nature will probably take longer for certain platforms because they're dedicated to a specific, exclusive deal that they have.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand that. But speaking of exclusivity, for those who don't know, or should I say deals? I say exclusivity because it seems like this is the only people who's been caught so far FaZe Clan kicks 1 member and suspends 3 more over crypto scam. Now,
but they're sorry though.
yeah, that's the point. That's the part I have a problem with. We're sorry. Like, it's like South Park. We're sorry. That's how it feels. Like, I feel they knew about this for a long time and they did nothing about it.
They got caught. That's what that was.
They're sorry they got caught. Just like Racheal Nichols, sorry they got caught. Same thing. Same thing.
So yeah, hold on. Let me play my world's smallest violin for them.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget that not too long ago, a couple years ago, a couple of these FPS guys, they were caught rigging gambling sites. You know,
yep, the gambling sites with Steam.
Yep. So we're not going to act like this stuff doesn't happen. We're not going to act like it hasn't happened before. You know, so you got to be careful. These people, they become stars. Again, we're talking about public figures, and people like them, and they're so great at playing games, and then you understand that they're trying to hit you with the okie doke, and you can't have that.
Yep.
But don't you need your? Please sponsor me so I can actually get what's that fucking crap Gamer Fuel?
Yeah,
Gamer Fuel.
Dude, I got an ad.
Hey, the chili dog, the Sanic chili dog flavor.
The Sanic chili dog, Sanic chili dog.
The Sanic chili dog flavored G Fuel.
Yeah, it's.
That's actually a thing.
When we were talking about that not too long ago, was it the other day? I got an ad on a promoted tweet on Twitter about G Fuel, and this guy was chugging. I mean, he was chugging G Fuel. I'm like, dude, you're looking to stop your heart. Like I had to hit. I was like, not interested in tweet. Like,
hey, remember that journalist that was bored and decided to mix
the mixed G Fuel with alcohol. He almost died. Like, come on, dude. What's wrong with y'all? Like, don't drink that stuff. It doesn't help.
Put some G Fuel in a Four Loko, and that'll make it old school Four Loko, man.
Like, yeah, no shit, man. Right? You wanna go do some blackout speedballing? Go for it.
Well, speaking of speedballing, since that was a good segue, Bayonetta 3 is not canceled and is progressing well. Now, mind you, that's an exclusive for Nintendo. They paid for it. They helped Platinum with it. But we haven't heard any news from it other than just now about Bayonetta 3, and it's progressing. We've heard nothing.
That's a quote from Nintendo saying that it's progressing well.
Yeah. So we shall see what happens. Also, in more news for gaming. Now, this is a kind of a tough topic here. Referrals for UK gaming addiction clinic has tripled in a year of lockdowns. So,
and that's because of EA and legal gambling, and no one wants to talk about this shit.
It's not just about EA gambling. I think because people wasn't able to go outside.
They couldn't go outside.
They couldn't go outside, so they were stuck in the house playing video games. And of course, on top of it, I'm telling you now, a lot of places, I'm sure, got money. Like EA, not just online gambling in general. Gamblers got to gamble. They're gonna gamble. So they're gonna turn to online gambling. It's not just EA, it's every type of gambling. Like I said, now you're seeing with sports gambling. I'm sure they made a lot of money over last year too. You know?
Yeah. When people couldn't really go outside and do anything, they had to find alternatives.
That's right. So it's like they found an alternative, which just so happens to be online. And I'm sure EA did play a big part when it comes to the gaming scene. But I'm not just going to fault EA for it as well. There's a lot of people out there, again, opportunists that are out there to get your money, and you have to be very careful. But the fact
you got to be extremely careful.
It tripled, man, tripling. Like I said, and that's another thing about the lockdowns. Tripling is that is devastating to a lot of people's mental health. A lot.
Yeah, it is, and like even with the first lockdown, people again, I don't see how many people are gonna recover because of this, because mental health and how the way it was like, you have to do this and this, and then flip flop every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and it's just ridiculous, and especially addiction. It's a hard drug. It's like drugs. It's so hard to get out of.
Addiction is an addiction, no matter what you're addicted to.
Yeah.
So I mean, but we have more news.
That's right.
No, go ahead. You have more to say?
As I say, I'm just hope everyone just be good and be safe and don't fall into these traps.
No, don't, because they will trap you and they will lock you and they will bleed you dry of your money. They do not care.
Indeed, they will.
They don't know your name.
Especially if they're mafia.
They know nothing about you. They do not care. So you have to be, like I said, as a consumer, we should be warning each other all the time. We should be telling each other all the time, watch out for this, watch out for that, be careful. And you some gamers are just like, I don't care, blah 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 blah. Okay, well if you don't care, you don't care. But the fact is, it has to be said. You know what I mean? There has to be some warnings.
No, they will only care. They will only care as soon as they are affected by it.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
But that's not how we do things here. So, just letting you know, be very careful of the company that you keep. Be very careful. Also in more news, oh my god. Melty Blood, Type Lumina adds in auto combos and shield counter system and is coming to all consoles. All right, let me speak on this real quick. All right, because I know a couple people are going to be mad about this.
I'm just going to say right here, I fucking despise auto combos.
Well, that's the thing. Auto combos, it takes away from the actual game of you actually learning how to play the game instead of just hitting one button. Now, here's the thing with auto combos. If they do it right like they've done in other games, if you whiff on a combo, you can't break that auto combo. Or it's blocked, you can't break that auto combo. You're going to get set up for punish. All right? So, while this is a thing, I've never liked, auto combos. They're saying in chat it hinders the ability to adapt. I always love the fact that when you were able to create your own combos and do it that way, your own strings, as opposed to just hitting one button over and over and over and over again. I don't like that. Besides,
plus also on top of that, with the auto combo system, it's like you could accidentally perform the auto combo just trying to perform a manual combo. So if why not just set a setting to where you can turn auto combos off? I mean, they did it in Killer Instinct.
Well, you also got to remember, auto combos is much. The more you use them, I believe, at one point when you use an auto combo, the less damage it did when you use.
That's actually not true in this game. It actually it does regular damage.
Oh Jesus Christ! This is even worse.
When I read it, yeah, there's no penalty for using it. Like you don't get reduced damage.
Oh man, Melty's got a problem, man. I mean, I don't know how the Melty community is going to deal with this. I mean, this is a big deal, and to see Melty players over the years create their combos, work so hard for hours and hours to put combos together, no matter who you use, and then just to do this.
It's coming. The Type Lumina is coming for PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC.
I'm definitely getting on Switch.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on Switch as well because I mean I like Melty. I'm not great at it, but I love it.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're great at it as long as you enjoy the game.
I mean, I like using Arcwade or Red Arcwade.
I swear
I'm gonna catch so much shit for that one.
Well, I swear to Mika was maybe I'm just
scrub character.
Scrub character. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this. I feel as though this game, like I said, for the Melty community, this may be a blowback to some of them. They're going to be upset about it. So, I mean, I'm waiting to sit back and see exactly how it's received. You know what I mean? So
it's the handheld error, unfortunately.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to scream handholding just yet. You know what I mean? Not just yet. I mean, I do feel, like I said, it does hinder the ability to create combos at times. I do feel it I mean, from a learning curve, for new players, not older players, new players. I feel that it's somewhat hand-holding. I won't say it just yet because I don't know all the variables to it. Like I said, they may even change it. You never know. I mean, depending on how the backlash is to this news, they may change and say, okay, we need to have scale damage. You know what I mean?
True. 2 months. 2 months for all.
2 months? Okay. Well, that's a good amount of time.
September 30th.
That's a good amount of time. So we'll have to see how multiplayer players react. And the thing is, we can't really say much on it unless you're part of that, you play the games, or like some of you do, or you're part of that community. I mean, I can give you my opinion on it. Doesn't mean that it's going to stick. You know what I mean? It's all I can tell you. So it's like I feel bad. I feel bad for the community if this is something that they're just going to have to deal with. But that's again, if you look at it with all fighting games, I mean, everyone should support each other anyway. But all fighting games, people are like, oh, this is bad. Oh, well, it has scale damage. Oh, you can be punished off it. We'll see when it comes out to see exactly what they do with it. Because, like I said, if there is no punishment for it, if there is no scale damaging, if they're safe off of that, off that combo, that's going to cause problems. So, We'll see. We'll see what happens. But speaking of problems, all right, Allison Mack. For those who don't know, Allison Mack is facing sentence for, I believe, sex trafficking, right? Yeah. So
Yeah, she was part of some weird ass cult. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Allison Mack from Smallville. That's right. The girl who played Chloe. That's right. Back in the news.
Yeah. Oh man. That's such a weird thing. And of all things, you're trafficking, sex trafficking.
Yeah.
It's just.
I thought.
Man.
I thought she had.
I don't know. It's a hard thing.
I really.
Yeah.
And then for you to do something like that is just like, wow. Like, that's crazy. So, I mean, I can't feel too bad for her because she actively did this. She regrets doing any of it. So she had a time to reflect on what she's done, but the damage is done now. So.
Well, yeah, you got these little girls out there now with their whole lives ruined because of this shit.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, the damage is done. You go to jail. That's how I feel. Hey, that's what you get. You shouldn't be messing with little kids anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, people saying regrets of what? Regrets getting caught. We're seeing a lot of this today, aren't we? A lot of people regretting that they got caught.
I don't know. Like,
it's
kind of weird
today. We are.
It's kind of weird that she was part of a cult of some kind.
Yeah, but you know what? It seems like that was a big thing in Hollywood in general. They were having even the Scientology thing they were talking about. There's a show.
Dude, there's a lot of people in Hollywood. That's that whole.
Yeah.
That was that whole. What's his name? Epstein thing about. He had a laundry list of fucking people and like. I'm to be perfectly honest. I would not be surprised if everyone in Hollywood was a fucking pervert, dude. Because you know what? Tom Hanks. He's now a Greek citizen. Why was that? What was he running from? Well, we all know, but you know what? It's one of those things. It's a worst kept secret kind of thing.
After Forrest Gump hard.
Yeah, like that's the whole yeah. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. If you associated with Epstein, then yeah, you were definitely tied into some really
shitty stuff, man. And that's what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden now Tom Hanks is he's a Greek citizen. Okay. All right.
Damn.
We'll buy that. Okay, cool. Yeah, you really like it for the scenery and everything. Okay.
Well,
like I said, I mean this shit has been going on for as long as Hollywood has been in existence, and that place needs to be drained the fuck out. If there's any kind of swamp that needs to be drained, it's Hollywood, it's just a big fucking ring. I mean, this whole thing went back as far back as what's her name, Shirley Temple. Dude, there are so many things about even like Shirley Temple back in the day when she was a kid.
Man,
dude,
man, that's the whole thing with Hollywood too. It's like when they tell you that they can ruin your life as an actor, they are not kidding. They can ruin your life.
So you have to go with what they say.
Yep, and it's you know. It just sucks though, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female in that industry.
No,
I mean, the whole place, the whole Hollywood is just it's rotten to the core, man. It just seems like that more and more of these stories are coming out.
Yeah.
And everyone, like I said, you got the whole Bill Cosby, you got the whole Weinstein, you got the Epstein, you got the notice these Steens here, by the way.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Like, I mean, there's a prominent guy that usually shows up, like he works in Hollywood, and he's on this bigger YouTube channel that every now and then that they invite him on. It's a Midnight's Edge, and they talk a lot. They're all about like the movie industry and stuff, and they have him on their Midnight's Edge in the mornings, every like pretty regularly. His name is Cameron Osh, I think his name is. Man, he pretty much outs how Hollywood works.
It is. It's just one big. It's not a matter of who you know in Hollywood. It's a matter of who you can fuck in Hollywood to get what you want, and that's what it seems like. And you know what? I'm just saying.
Like, to be honest, I kind of wish we could reach out to get Cameron on one of our podcasts to talk. Like the inner workings on how Hollywood works. Like, that'd be kind of neat.
You have to also expand it, though. It's not just Hollywood. It's also like networks like Nickelodeon, fucking Disney. There's so
Oh.
much shit.
That's
Oh,
still
it's
considered
everything.
Hollywood. That's still considered Hollywood.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro,
like
what's up?
anything in the movie and the TV careers, like any of the acting stuff. The acting is honestly like the whole industry seems to be just like I said, rotten to the core. And it's only gotten worse with time. But this is an age-old thing that's been going on for, like I said, since film was even a thing. It's been going on that long, and everyone just kind of stories come out and then it gets brushed under the rug or whatever. People forget about it and move on. Nothing has ever changed. Nothing has changed.
Long time ago. He tried to warn people.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
But speaking of Hollywood, James
Stay away from
Gunn
that.
talks to Marvel and DC for a crossover movie. No.
I'm for it.
I'm not.
No?
No, because look, either way you see it, something's not going to go right. Something's going to go wrong, and people are going to find a reason to just read all over the place. They're going to find a reason to hate it.
Yeah, I can see your point on that one. I mean, nobody's gonna be happy with that. Everyone's gonna be like, no, Marvel, no, DC. Yep. It's like,
and then they'll collectively come down and say, this movie sucks. That's it. That's what they'll do.
DC.
See, like,
I mean, see, here's the thing. I'm not familiar enough with DC superheroes other than they got some goofy ass fucking superheroes that are like, I have no idea. Like, you get some really off the cuff fucking weirdos.
Hey, now Marvel's got their fair share of weird characters too.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but it's not like that one motherfucker that has to be put in prison with his hands in a box because he could pick a lock with eyeballs on his fingers and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's.
Well, I mean, Suicide Squad with Polka
Who was
Dot.
that? Who was his name? Was that the Tinkerer? I think that was his name, right? The Tinkerer.
Yeah, I think it was the Tinkerer.
He has to be put in a prison cell and his hands locked in a box because he has eyeballs on his fingers.
Well, look, see, this is what I'm saying. Of course, they're only
Squirrel Girl. Okay, yeah, Squirrel Girl.
They're only going to use the main characters anyway, as you know, and I just don't think it would go well. Someone's going to have a problem with a certain character. That character would never do that. This character would never do this. Just to make the plot work, and it will just turn into a train wreck. I think they just need to stop. I think James Gunn is a very talented individual when it comes to directing and stuff, but I don't trust this at all. I would say no.
Well, essentially, I mean, you obviously know what it would be if they did do this crossover. It would just be the Justice League and the Avengers.
That's what people would be waiting for. And
that's pretty much what it would be.
Yeah, and will those actors portray their roles again? Probably not.
Probably not.
Damn it, they better bring Henry Cavill back in Superman if they did. I'd be pissed if they didn't.
Do an anime feature. You're not going to get a live action one. No.
That Snyder cut, son.
I mean, yeah. For me, a live action would definitely be a pipe dream. If DC did the animation and story writing for it, go for it.
That would be a tough thing to do. Yeah. But I would say no, because like I said, fans are going to find a reason to tear that shit apart. They will find a reason. So, and they would lose out on money too, because as soon as fans get mad, that's it.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
So,
fuck.
Let's just move on to Shang Chi, the trailer. All right, now this trailer looks amazing. I thought this was a great trailer.
Yeah.
We get Abomination. Was it clearly Brethren from Doctor Strange is in it? Han's in it from Doctor Strange. At first I thought we were getting Fang Fang Foom, but we're not. So definitely it's just a sea or water dragon or whatever. They'll explain more. The only reason I know this is because if you're paying attention to the toy lines that come out, they kind of spoil everything. So
just like how they did for Mecha Godzilla for the Godzilla versus Kong versus Godzilla.
Just like they already did with Spider-Man Far From Home. I mean, No Way Home.
They did, didn't they?
They've already spoiled it. So they don't take long to spoil stuff. Toy lines will tell you everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Like I said, the fans, they're saying they're going after Black Widow now too. They will find anything to go after if they don't like it. Like I said, and DC versus Marvel, that would be the seismic event that fans would find a reason to destroy. So I would just let that go. But it's good to see that Shang-Chi is in the trailer.
And this also sets up for the legit Mandarin.
Yeah, the legit Mandarin. And that's the problem I'm having right now with it. And I say this due to the fact that we're never going to get Iron Man versus Mandarin. Never.
I know, which sucks. I was really expecting that, like in Iron Man 3, and then it was like that fool, and I was like, all right.
Yeah. At first I liked the take on Mandarin. I thought, okay, him being a terrorist or whatever. I was like, okay, I can get down with this. I don't know where the rings are, but I can get down with this. And then we found out everything we found out, and I was like, oh man, they really destroyed.
It was just an imposter.
Yeah, just an imposter. Yeah, I was like, oh god. Like, yeah, that kind of killed me. So I was like, all right.
So, but there's one thing also after we talk about the next topic, I want to slide something in.
Okay.
After Toxin and before the next topic. Before Godzilla.
Okay.
I just want to briefly touch on Hathaway's Flash.
Oh Jesus Christ!
See that? I really want to see that.
You didn't see it yet?
No, I don't have Netflix.
He didn't see it.
This is what I'll say, baby.
He didn't see it.
Okay, you know what? Then we can save Hathaway for another time.
We'll save for the next episode.
Somebody lets me borrow their Netflix and I can fucking watch it.
I'll give you my Netflix.
Hold on.
I'd do it, but I'd do it, but I'm afraid you would watch some weird stuff, and then I'd find a whole bunch of strange things on my.
Hold on. You're gonna have you've already announced that you're gonna have a girl over your spot, and you're gonna watch Fast 9. What is it? A bootleg version of Fast 9? Is that what it is?
Oh no, I got my Hoshiman site.
Oh, you got your Hoshiman. So you gonna rely on the Hoshiman site? Okay.
Hold on, you're gonna get on the air.
He going.
Oh my God. I'm up right now, son.
Oh my God.
No. Just get a trial of HBO Max at least, and then cancel it after she leaves.
Yeah, you could do that. You can do that.
He gonna use the Hoshiman. He gonna bring her to the spot and use the Hoshiman site.
You're gonna be like, look at my browsing history, and you're gonna see Korean booty sluts. Don't look at that real quick. Hold on, while I type in the website.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. You'll be fine, Cody. You do it, man.
God damn it.
All right, well, we'll save Hathaway.
We're just busting your chops, man. We wouldn't.
Yeah.
However,
we wouldn't be the boys if we didn't bust your chops, man.
But yeah, so the next topic, Toxin.
Is in Marvel Spider-Man.
Yeah. What about Toxin? What about Toxin?
There's nothing to talk about with Toxin. I do not care.
Toxin. It's a bad name.
It's a really bad name.
Are you mad, bro? I'm
not mad. It's a really bad name.
No, I think it's an awesome name. Especially rough.
What is it? Is Toxin going to be in a movie? What is Toxin going to be?
It's going to be in the book.
In the comics.
It's a new comic book run.
Yeah, it's Toxin.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like I think it's like the child of Venom, right?
I think so.
So how you going to ask us if we're mad and then you don't know anything about it either?
It's not good.
Oh, okay. So it's the Extreme Carnage comic book line. It's Venom's grandson.
Well, no, get the Carnage.
Patrick Patty Mulligan.
It's pretty. What? Yeah, no, I'm good.
That's the guy's name. The guy's name that's what he's talking about. Patrick Patty Mulligan.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't need it. We've got enough of the Venom family going around.
It sounds like
going around. I don't know.
I'm gonna get you a comic to wear right now. When I see you in Philly, I'm gonna give it to you. Sorry.
Toxin's gonna make a shillelagh with his
see, now you're just going there. See, now you're going
there. Oh man.
Find him at the pub afterwards.
Yeah, he wants to apologize now for his statement to absolutely nobody. Like, that's what he's doing right now. Oh my God. Well, let's move on because Jesus Christ, what we got to talk about next is just, oh my God.
Captain Planet villain, yeah, exactly.
Captain Planet.
Yeah, Toxin's something more like a Captain Planet villain. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't the bad guy version? Wasn't he called Captain Toxic or something like that?
Yeah, or something. And then what was it? The dude that was made
Captain
of corn.
Pollution. Captain Pollution.
Captain
That's
Pollution.
who it was.
It was Captain Pollution, which I thought that was stupid. By the way, how are you gonna have a superhero that's weak to the thing he's fighting? Because you really don't see firefighters made of gasoline fighting fires. Just saying.
Okay. Yeah. Well, think about from the Christopher Reeve Superman where.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see Superman fighting literal like beings made of kryptonite.
Oh my god.
Doomsday.
Other than that,
Doomsday.
No,
But
and
it's not
then
like,
remember the Chris. No,
is to eradicate kryptonite.
No, there was that Superman. It wasn't a Superman. It was that Lex Luthor created, and he was powered by the sun, literally, and Superman was weak to him.
Okay, but here's the thing. That was the thing I was saying. I mean, that's like literally Superman. Like his whole purpose is to eradicate kryptonite when he's weak to it. That's the point I'm trying to get across, and that was a point that Captain Planet was doing. He's weak to pollution, but he's meant to defeat pollution. It doesn't make any sense. It never made any sense. But you know what? I still watch the cartoon, and I used to like stay for the ending and stay for the beginning, like all the way from beginning to finish, because you know what? That little Captain Planet rap at the end.
the planet rap.
That's just straight up showing our age.
Yeah, well, we're on time. But since we're talking about pollution in the planet, Godzilla, singular point. Yeah.
Oh God.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Now,
do we have to do a spoiler alert for anyone?
Yeah. I got a spoiler right now.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert before we get started, I guess.
Yeah, for anybody that has not watched Godzilla Singular Point, you can tune out now.
Yeah.
We'll give you a few moments to tune out.
There's not much we want to say on this. I mean, I don't think, because Godzilla Singular Point is not even really about Godzilla that much, as much it's about.
No, it's all the time.
It's about Jet Jaguar. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's
primarily.
It's the rise of Jet Jaguar. That's what it's about. And I feel that,
to be fair, Godzilla.
But the whole thing is that the show is good. It's good all the way up to like the last couple of episodes, and then they just go balls deep into the science part of it, and it just it lost me.
Yeah, well, I
like none of it made sense of what they were talking about.
I appreciate the science and the physics of what they were trying to talk about, and time travel and seeing into the future, and constant upgrades, and Jet Jaguar being immortal. I appreciate all those things. But I came to see monsters fight. That's what I came to see. And when Jet Jaguar and Godzilla get together to fight, it does not last long.
Like 5 minutes, don't it? It lasts like fucking 10 seconds.
And here's the shitty part about that is that it was literally a redux of Godzilla 2016.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, Shin Godzilla?
And they took bits. They took bits from Shin Godzilla.
They did take bits from Shin Godzilla, and I understand why they did that.
Yeah.
Like I said again, it's one of those things where. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, my opinion is like they do explain to you that they went to the past. So that's why I'm thinking maybe like the older Godzillas was part of the canon of this show, maybe because they went to the past to some point.
Well, if you want to look at that, I mean,
they said, "Oh, we went to the past to stop the atrocity," kind of thing. Oh no, it wouldn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
No, it's. Look,
I mean, also, granted, I couldn't help but hear Nero's voice talking the whole time.
I think that some characters.
Because it was Johnny Young Boss playing one of the characters.
Well, some of the characters died. I mean, how do you not when Jet Jaguar takes off into the air and they're literally strapped to Jet Jaguar and the one guy falls with the truck. He falls because he doesn't hang on.
Yeah, when they drove off the bridge.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, how does he survive that? How, Sway? And
you saw the truck was still primarily pretty much intact.
And I also the truck was pretty much intact. And on top of that, at the end, where Jet Jaguar and they fight with Godzilla and the big explosion happens, but it turns all into into Crystallis? Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How is nobody, and it's random, how is nobody stabbed by that? How is nobody? No one.
Because plot.
Yeah.
Plot device.
The one guy got a mark on his face from the red Crystallis when he caught the other one in the tower. That was it.
To be honest, I got kind of mad when the old man didn't die because he fucking had so many situations where he should have been dead. Because no one can handle that.
Well, the reason they probably kept him around because he was kind of partially comic relief. So I mean, I can understand why they kept him around.
He's your comic relief. They did a great
job. Because I like that old man.
Well, yeah, I like it too. But it was more about Jet Jaguar. It was they gave him a personality, they gave him a reboot. The best thing about this was the quick peek into season 2. Because if you notice, they showed the upgraded version of Jet Jaguar. They showed all the other monsters. I was like, yeah, this is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
This is what I thought was going to happen in season 1 and didn't get.
Nope.
And that's the problem.
The problem also is it was too short. Like, it was 13 episodes, which should have been a lot longer.
I don't think it was
like in terms of how much you had to do in a space of short time. It's the same reason with yeah, I think it was pretty good, I'd say, argue, but I think it would have been fine if they had an extra episode or 2 just to finish it up.
Well, I mean, I was disappointed in the monsters. I was disappointed in Godzilla was like, look, you're not going to stop me either way. You know what I mean?
I know that.
Go ahead.
Nah, all I know is that I can't wait for the next season of Baki.
Well, season 3 of Baki looks good. I mean, they've taken it to a complete different extent. I mean, we saw Baki just not too long ago. Was it last night? They released a frame of Baki fighting a praying mantis.
That's gonna be the next season. I can't wait.
He's fighting a praying mantis. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, they've taken it all the way. Like, yeah.
But yeah, you did see the after credit scene of the Singular Point on the final episode, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. They talked about Mothra. I mean, they showed all of them. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with going into season 2, but I'm a little disappointed in season 1. I understand they had to have that.
Yeah, well, you know that one lady that I forget what the company that she runs, the lady that wore all the white and she had solid black eyes, so I was like, okay, she's definitely not human.
No, she's not human at all. No,
she's probably alien, probably.
I just need to see more. You know what I mean? I was hoping for more, and I didn't get it.
The problem.
We got
they did that whole build up to reveal Godzilla as he evolved.
Yeah,
and that's where they took the Shin Godzilla points.
And then we didn't get much of that. After we got Godzilla, we didn't get much of Godzilla.
Yeah.
You just saw red dust everywhere.
Yeah, it was red dust everywhere. I'm like, okay, what are you going to do? And then Godzilla, every move for Godzilla was either I'm going to shoot my beam or I'm going to hit you with my tail. There was nothing savage of Godzilla. Godzilla didn't need to do anything. That's the difference.
Also another thing, Toru from Dragon Maid confirmed Godzilla.
Yeah. They said they confirmed Godzilla. They're like, we're going to name it Godzilla. So
also,
if you watch the clip, you'll see it.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Yeah, and also I kind of find funny that how we're gonna get those old characters, but Godzilla is defeated though. So
Godzilla got defeated by Jet Jaguar.
Yeah, got beat by Jet Jaguar. But it's just he didn't defeat it. He didn't die or get defeated. It's more of, as you know, Godzilla comes back. Godzilla always comes back.
Yeah, exactly. So I wonder how they're going to do that for season 2.
If they're going by Shin Godzilla, then he can regenerate. So
yeah, but I'm gonna have a problem though because we've got Shin might be against us, isn't he? Because of past aggressions.
Well, he destroyed all Tokyo in the process, so I don't think it really matters. I mean, he just fucked up Tokyo. From episode 10 on, he was like, fuck Tokyo.
Yeah.
Didn't care.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he just started firing the atomic breath in every direction.
In every direction, just cause he was just like, look, you're a little small enemy. Guess what? I'm still going to destroy it in every direction. He didn't care. Yeah. Oh, they're saying Space Godzilla. No, the ending that you got at the end, you will be getting Mecha Godzilla.
Yep, you will be getting Mecha Godzilla.
They showed him building it. Yeah.
Well, he's almost in that one. He's almost complete.
Yeah, and you notice they used Godzilla's jaw too. Did you notice that?
They used the head.
Yeah, the head. Yeah.
They used the head of the original Godzilla, which was the cause of all the Rodan coming to the surface.
Exactly. It almost reminds you slightly of Evangelion. Slightly. Because that's what they did in Evangelion. The angels kept descending down to Earth because they were holding an angel hostage. So, there you go. So, I mean,
but that's all they show at the end is they just show this place. It's an underground facility, and you hear a bunch of welding, and then it cuts over, and then it starts panning up, and it's clearly Mecha Godzilla.
It's clearly Mecha Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly. But
That's why the second season, 26 episodes right now. Right now.
Well, that's what I said.
Right now.
The second season will be
Right
good,
now.
like I said, but the first season it kind of dragged because of everything they were trying to explain,
Yeah.
and like many they
Like,
should have died a long
that's
time
where I
ago.
Yeah, they just for me they just got too deep into the science and space time and all that stuff, and then I just got lost.
Yeah,
That's where I was saying like it needed a little bit more time because they over-explained way too much. I mean, that could have been a
I just
problem.
wanted to see some fighting,
But
and
that's
we didn't
bullshit.
get much of it. I mean, we got Jet Jaguar versus a bunch of spiders. Ooh, like
That
ooh,
regenerated.
They keep regenerating. Yeah, it's like who cares? Like I came
Yeah.
to see Godzilla fight, and the fight between Jet Jaguar and Godzilla lasted what, 10 seconds? With that?
Yeah,
It wasn't
then
a long- it wasn't a long
Yeah, it
fight.
was pretty short.
It was very short,
And then Jet Jaguar just self-destructs, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
and that's it.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to
Spoiler.
get back Jack Jaguar. Hang on, actually, in the end, there's a certain person I mentioned for the show. He was in it in the end. I saw that piece of shit. He's alive.
Oh, he's
Good.
talking about the old man from the
Yeah.
the 60s
Yeah,
Yeah, they told like,
that discovered the original Godzilla.
because he's
Yeah,
over there
he's
smiling and
alive.
everything. Yeah,
because you see him in the end.
Yeah, he's part of the Mecha Godzilla project.
yes, he is.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Oh, that was the original Mechagodzilla was the original Godzilla skeleton.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what they
that's
did.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but they did instead. What they did though is that they used just the skull
Wait,
as for the part of it.
but which Mega Godzilla we're talking? We're talking about OG Mega Godzilla or Mega
Yes.
Godzilla?
OG,
Not
Yes.
Kiryu.
OG.
The
OG.
the one that was
OG.
killed by the oxygen bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, the OG.
So that's pretty.
Anyways,
much,
moving on.
Yeah, that's pretty much singular point.
On to the trash topics.
The final topic of the
We
day.
can talk about the trash already. Fox News is shocked that Captain America, longtime Nazi puncher, is political. Yeah, he does something. Dean
Oh,
Cain
no.
gets on there on Fox News, and they're so upset. Captain America is so woke. Come on, Captain America has always been about agenda,
Inclusive.
and
Yeah,
not
he's
just
been about
inclusivity,
inclusivity.
agenda, and is also
He's just been about
another dude's
America.
water is wet.
All
Yeah,
right.
pretty much. It's amazing how stupid Fox News is. I remember when Captain America got shot, and they was like, "Oh, he's dead, he's dead." And Fox News was so shocked. Oh, this is bad for America right now. We're having so many problems, and we don't need Captain America dead. Captain America wasn't dead. He got shot by a time traveling bullet at the time. He was not dead. And they
A
kept
time
saying,
traveling bullet.
yes, ain't that some shit? That's where the storyline fell apart, to be honest. But
Did they mean for those words to come out, or did they just fall out randomly?
no, they meant for that shit to come out. They said it in so many words, but it was a time traveling fucking bullet. This is what happened after Civil War when Captain America was arrested. They
That is
got
the
him, they shot him.
stupidest shit I've ever heard.
That's when I stopped. That's when I stopped collecting it. All right, so don't feel
Well, no,
as though
okay.
Damn it, dude.
So here's the whole reason why Fox News is angry about it.
it's too woke.
It's because Captain America was promoting
Propaganda.
the American dream for everybody,
Yes,
not just a specific group of people.
mind you, this is a miniseries.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm all for the American dream for everybody.
Uh-oh.
You know what?
But apparently Fox News is not.
America.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say
America.
something.
Yeah.
I was waiting.
I just got some breaking news.
Wait, we got breaking news.
The Guinness World Record for having the most IPs in RPG series.
Who?
They got the Guinness World Record.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Who got the Guinness World Record?
Super Rollout Wars.
Oh, okay,
For having
good for that. Good for them.
IPs.
And here's Curious Doom sleeping on the series still.
I gotta give a round of applause for that one.
He doesn't want to play it because he's like strategy games. Blah 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 blah. I was like, dude, it's hardly even a strategy game.
Well, I mean, my hat's off to
It's
Super
a strategy
Robot
game
Wars.
for babies and it's fun.
For babies. Damn.
It's for babies. I mean, it's okay. Let's be real. I mean, most of it is just fan service and it's great. I love it.
I think it is.
I like it. It's not overly complex. It's not like you have to manage a fuck ton of shit. Like
Yeah.
it's easy. That's why I say it's a strategy game for babies. I was like, it's easy. It's easy to pick up and play.
Well,
And that's fine. That's fine.
yeah,
I mean,
well,
it's just not something that's scratches my itch for games.
Well, I mean,
Your scratch for itch for games is like just hack and slash games.
Yes, because they're fun and I don't have to think about anything. I just kill stuff.
God damn it.
You sound like me with Damon X Machina. I'm just saying. Kill.
Back to the topic at hand. I just wanted to throw that out there
It's
since I was
okay.
on my Facebook.
Well, speaking
Oh
of
no, that's cool though.
well,
That's cool.
well, speaking of babies or kids, we should have to talk about this real quick.
No.
Had to be
Yeah.
serious about this one for a moment
for
here.
a moment. Inside House of Horror, where a family of 8 murder-suicided. This was on a documentary called Broken Hearts. It is available on was it online, on TV? Your cable service provider you could probably find it through them, or one of the streaming platforms. This family, 2 women had adopted a bunch of kids and undernourished them, and of course made it seem like their life was great through Instagram and pictures. They tried to try to put the family, the kids, through League of Legends, and it just wasn't working out. But they always tried to make the kids look like they were smiling and they were cared for, and through the scope of Instagram and Facebook pages and stuff like that, only to find out they were abusing the children, they were not feeding them, and the kids were all around not happy. They were running away from the parents. They had a really
They were
problem.
digging through people's trash to eat something,
Yeah, to
and
eat stuff.
they would literally walk up to neighbors and ask if they could have food.
And the thing is, they would take pictures of their food in their refrigerator to show how much food they had, but the kids were not getting the food. So
That's fucked, dude.
yeah. So apparently, they came to a point where desperation set in, the parents, and they packed the kids up in a car, and needless to say, drove it off a repeat. It's a very good documentary if you haven't seen it. But it's sad what they put the kids through to see how they got there, and it goes to show you that not everything that you see online, on Instagram, or on Facebook, or on Twitter, it's not reality. Everyone always wants to have.
It's a veil.
Yeah, everyone wants to have a perception that they have a great life. Everyone. So they show you only the highlights and never really the lowlights. But the fact is, like I said, it is a veil. It's an illusion. And not everyone. Yeah, not everyone has that.
They were close. They were very close to getting caught. And
they had police like coming at them all the time. Like child services.
Child services. Showed up.
Reported them multiple times on child services, and the police. Yes, they did.
And guess what they did?
Always could never find anything. Somebody's asking what the name of the documentary is.
It's called Broken Hearts. Yeah.
I think you can get it on what's it called?
Is it Peacock?
One of the
Peacock Plus? Something like that. I think
you can get that on there, but I'm not sure which one is first though.
Yeah, it's one of them. I'm not sure which one, but it is on a streaming service, I believe. I saw it a couple weeks ago. So yeah, it was really well done. But it's sad to see what those kids went through. And you can tell that they were undernourished. You can tell they were underweight and they had problems. You can see it in their faces. And the doctor was like, "Oh, we'll just let it go." Like, what?
Yeah.
What? Like, yeah.
There's people to blame. I blame child services, the police, because they didn't do fucking enough work. I also blame the doctor because he fucking knew what was up. I don't care. You should know the difference. As he said, one of them was underweight. Fuck you, you cunt.
It was more than just that, though. It was more than just one. Like, it's like I said, when you watch the documentary, they'll explain to you how they all suffered. It was just sad to see. It was. But let's get back on a better tip than this. And police say that Florida man pulled a gun on the chef's daughter who forgot cream cheese on his bagel. Now, does anyone else find that funny?
Really, you're gonna pull a gun on somebody because you didn't put?
Is that a shootable offense?
Cream cheese on someone's bagel.
If you're hungry enough, is that a shootable offense?
I mean, someone was hangry.
That's what I'm saying. Is it a shootable offense?
Someone was hangry.
I don't know. People get shot here. I don't know.
If someone don't put cheese on my fucking backyard, I'm gonna bring a shotgun.
Like that, people have been getting shot for less a lot. So this may be a shootable offense. I don't know. They're kind of setting the bar kind of low these days. So
Yeah, but
I don't know.
God damn, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can...
Florida man never seems to disappoint.
Never. Florida
No.
doesn't disappoint. Matter of fact,
Florida, man.
oh my God. Matter of fact, I'm gonna amp it up because the next one is Florida woman. Hold on. Florida woman is tasered by the police after trashing a restaurant naked.
Yep.
I don't understand this.
She is 53 years old, but in the picture, she don't look 53
She don't
years
look
old.
53, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
But was
shit.
tasered, butt ass naked, trashing a restaurant.
Trashing an Outback Steakhouse.
What was she on? She was on drugs, right?
She had to be.
Maybe?
Who else?
Probably a
Meth.
What else?
It's always meth.
Maybe they didn't do it. Maybe they didn't make her bloomin' onion right.
Well, speaking of drugs,
maybe
we're on the drug tip. So, rampaging man in NEDC on PCP tries to rip off a random car bumper. Like,
No, he doesn't try. He doesn't try to rip off a car bumper. He successfully does it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, he didn't try yet. He finished. He was He-Man for the day. Them drugs is a hell of a thing, man. I swear.
He straight up, right there, homeboy just rips that bumper right off. Dude.
Oh God, yeah. That PCP, yeah, that one, dude. I always hear about people doing crazy shit on PCP, like thinking they can fly, jumping off roofs and shit, and like superhuman shit, man.
Oh, this guy decided your bumper's going today.
You didn't do anything to me, but it's coming off.
Dude, I always hear all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah,
Unreal.
God damn it.
Well, we have more. Florida man again, all right, pays a homeless man $100 to attack his girlfriend, then visits her in the hospital.
Yeah. How fucked up do you have to be to do that?
Like, what did you learn? What did you learn? Like,
Just homeless
here's
man
$100. Here's $100. Go fuck my girlfriend up. I'm gonna go visit her in the hospital.
Wow.
They said this Florida man have a secret attire option. I don't know, Lord. We don't know. I don't know.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised if
we'll have to look more into that.
Well, it seems like we're keeping on the same thing here when it comes to drugs. So, because you can't tell me it's not the drugs talking. Florida woman is convinced she saw a baby dinosaur running through her yard.
Yep.
A baby dinosaur running through her yard.
A baby dinosaur.
She's convinced.
That's like a fucking alligator.
And it's on her security cam. You see this little shadow go running by, and it looks like a little dinosaur.
But come on, you know damn well it ain't no dinosaur. Come on,
I'm sure
it's
baby dinosaur, dude. What if it actually is, and we're just like, you know, we're the ones not in the know.
No,
but she knows the truth.
Baby dinosaur, unless they escape from the lab somewhere where they cloned them. No.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park has not gotten out.
Look,
yet.
man, they recently declassified aliens.
Yeah, so I mean, like, they did that.
I wouldn't put it past it could have been baby dinosaur.
Nah, they also said that dinosaurs were extinct before the big comet hit. So, yeah, I don't know.
I think we just need Godzilla in Florida.
Oh, well.
God damn it,
in
yeah.
Florida, no, because Godzilla won't just stop in Florida. No.
Nah.
He won't stop in Florida.
No,
yeah, he probably would. He probably would stop it for it. Be like, hey, you know what? Y'all do y'all. I'm gonna go back to Tokyo.
Godzilla will go to
what he's gonna do is he's gonna eat enough Florida woman, get high as fuck, and then just fucking just zone out the dude.
Find him passed out on the highway somewhere.
Look,
no, he just Godzilla be tweaking and shit.
Florida man and Florida woman be safe from Godzilla because Godzilla, as we know, is a human rights activist. As I say this,
God damn it!
So he would go after the UK. You cannot tell me in this latest of news, UK ministers ban boiling lobsters alive. They're banned from doing it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, so apparently it's going to be illegal to boil lobsters alive in the UK.
Did any of you read the fucking
Boy,
article?
mate, you're not boiling any lobsters in there. You got a license for that?
No.
God damn it, dude. You can't take a shit in the UK without even fucking getting the goddamn fine or the police up your ass, man. That shit
Man,
sucks.
It's even worse. Like, and I don't want to go and talk about the one. It's just the worst. I don't understand it. The other thing about this article, they're talking about ways to killing it. It's like freezing it to death, which is fucking worse, or putting electric on it to death.
For the viewers in the chat that also live in the UK, my heart goes out to you guys. Y'all deal with so much dumb bullshit.
Let's put this in perspective. How about if somebody captured you and threw you in a big pot of water? How would you feel about that?
I'll be okay.
Boiling water. You'd be okay
Bro,
with
that'd be
that.
like a free hot tub, man.
These are the hot tub.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, for a moment it'd be a hot tub, but then after that, it just
It kills you in seconds.
Yeah, but they're asking people to freeze to death. I think that's even worse. Wouldn't you want to have sex when you're getting frozen to death, dude? That's fucking awful.
I don't know.
What do you want? That electric gun on your electric gun. Like they're asking two simple things. Like if you can die in seconds, fine. Or do you want the better way? We just punch you to death. Like what do you want? What do people want? And it's not this is crabs and which like I keep saying it's fucking fish. Who gives a fuck, dude?
But
Damn,
here's what I gotta say, man. You know what? Whether you like lobsters or not, or crabs,
it's food. I mean, shit. We're not boiling people to survive.
Here's the thing. Whether or not you like lobsters or not, if you live in the UK, eat up while you can. Because next thing you know, you're gonna have to be microwaving it or some shit, or what did he say?
Yeah, he wouldn't be putting microwave.
Yeah, just put it in the microwave.
Or in the shit, or throw it in the oven.
Oh, like I said, yeah, you can bake them alive, I guess. They didn't say boiling alive. You could just bake them alive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's stupid. But I don't know. It just seems like to me it seems like the UK is just finding more and more ways to just oppress their people. Y'all have no guns. Y'all have no rights. You can't even have a pair of scissors in the street. You can't even boil crabs. You have to pay
you're not even allowed to. You're not going to be allowed to boil lobster now.
Yeah, you have to have fucking vaccine passes just to go drink with the mates at the pub.
Yeah, no shit.
Like y'all have no rights.
So
after that, I wouldn't be surprised. They probably need a license to eat.
So what do we have in America?
Bullshit.
We have the opposite of that.
Oh no, we got our fair share of bullshit too.
Yeah.
But you know what? At least we can boil a lobster. We can own guns. We can fucking go wherever we want. We can fucking we can talk shit about whoever the current president is. Freely, we can do whatever the fuck we want because it's a free country. Not everything. We can't get away with murder, but you know what I'm saying.
I've got balls of steel.
I can go unmasked to the fucking store. I can go to the bar unmasked and drink if I want.
And boil a lobster.
I can boil a lobster right there.
Don't even get me started with there's one thing that I don't want to mention, but fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. 1 out of 10 people want to have curfew at 10 p.m. in the UK. Go fuck yourself.
Well, what is it? Wait, hold on. What is curfew? What are you talking about?
They have to be in by 10 o'clock.
By 10 o'clock.
What the fuck? See, yeah, I can be up at 10 o'clock. Because, are you telling me why is curfew a thing? Why is that a thing?
We had a curfew here.
Because of what?
We had one.
Because of what?
We had one here during COVID. We had one.
Because of COVID?
It was also that, and
does COVID not come out? It doesn't come out during the day, only at night.
It wasn't just COVID. It was also
like a fucking like a criminal.
It was also because of the.
It goes door to door. It goes door to door. Hey, it's getting late, so I'm gonna be around.
Do they realize how stupid? Do they realize how stupid that sounds?
They're getting very American in the chat. They said they can order a Big Mac.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children?
Yeah.
Look, yeah, exactly. I can order a Big Mac, but look, listen to this. Do they realize how stupid that sounds? Why do you have to be inside at 10 o'clock? Does COVID spread faster at over 10 o'clock? 9:59, 10 o'clock cutoff point.
Yeah, well,
no, COVID's like super strong now.
Because of the volume of traffic when people are drinking at pubs and stuff, they get bigger as time goes on.
So you mean to tell me there are more people in pubs at night than there are people just out in public in general during the day?
Yeah. That
doesn't make any sense. No.
That's how bars work.
Bars work like that, yes.
Well,
But
somebody in
he-
the chat, somebody
but what
somebody
I'm
in the
saying-
chat said it's easier to maintain the crowds and sizes.
Oh, exactly. It's easier to maintain the crowd. Do you see how that sounds right there? Easier to maintain crowds and sizes.
so it doesn't
Controlling
spread.
people.
That's what
Fuck
they're
that.
saying.
No. No. Fuck that. Easier to
They said-
maintain people.
They said,
Fuck-
knock. Heard you had
Fuck
COVID
anyone that
after
wants to
dark.
maintain and control crowds of people. Fuck all that.
Well,
See, that's why
I'm just
America's the
saying.
greatest country.
But we had curfew too,
Well,
so it's not like we didn't. We had curfew.
No, I didn't have them.
Bars
Not
were
over here in
shut
Texas.
down.
Y'all did.
Bars were
Yeah, we
shut
did. Yeah, we
down.
did. Nobody just abided by it.
That's all it was.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and no one got a ticket for it either.
Yo,
But
bars
no,
were
no,
shut
we
down.
did. We at one point we did have a curfew, but like nobody gave a shit about it.
Bars were shut down here, and we had
I got some
takeout
breaking news, man.
because
Do you see how long that lasted? Not even a month.
Guess what, then?
What?
Guess what?
Italy scored.
First 2 minutes, England won 1-0.
Oh, England's winning.
won
What didn't I say they
Yeah,
got scored in the first 10
won
minutes? Didn't I say that?
in the first 2 minutes.
England scored already, right?
Yep.
Who scored it?
1-0.
Who scored it?
Oh boy.
Luke Shaw.
Who?
Luke Shaw.
Oh, Shaw scored. Okay.
All
I
right.
said it has to be
Yeah.
Sterling, Kane, or Mount. I said I'm looking for goals for those three, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
5. I'm happy about that.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
good. I'm okay with that. But yeah, a lot of people go to pubs at night. We had, like I said, our places were closed here completely. You weren't even allowed to go in.
I'm not disputing the fact that people go to pubs and everything at night. I'm saying, are you telling me that there are more people per square foot out and about at night at pubs than there are people per square foot out and active in day-to-day activities during the day?
If it helps,
No.
If it helps this debate, the pubs and the bars were closed during the day too. You were only allowed to get stuff outside. The wine and spirits, like the state stores, were closed as well. You can only order stuff online. You have to go to the front door to pick it up, or they would bring it to you. They weren't even allowed to be outside. The places were closed down. They wouldn't allow people inside at all.
We weren't even allowed that.
Oh my God.
Restaurants were closed for a long time.
Yeah, dude, it was a real thing. At one point, they didn't even have everything together here. You had to go over to Jersey to get your liquor.
Shit.
Yeah, you
That's
had to cross
ridiculous.
the bridge. You had to cross the bridge.
Yeah.
You know what? There's articles that I saw, and it was states that, what was it, Florida, they didn't even shut down hardly at all. Neither did Texas. And yet that was when, now I'm going to get all political here for a second, but that's when Dr. Fauci couldn't explain why, even though those states didn't shut down and mask mandates, they had lower COVID cases than the rest of the places. But hey,
Somebody give a quick update on the cup game. Apparently England scored and Denmark, while not part of the game, is flopping.
Still flopping. They're still flopping like fish. They're watching at home and
oh
fall.
God.
They're watching at home and fall on the floor. They don't care.
What's the next thing on the agenda right now?
We got weekly picks, gentlemen. Your
Move
weekly
along.
picks.
No, we missed one. We missed one.
No, we missed
Oh,
one.
yes, we did.
Oh,
boy.
Do we gotta talk about this?
boy.
Do we have to?
The biggest one.
Oh.
All right, this is the creme de la creme.
All right.
Jellyfish nipples.
I'm not saying that Alex Jones is right,
Yeah, he's right though.
but
He is right, though.
pesticide atrazine can turn male frogs into females. Let it sit for a minute.
It's gay.
It's an actual thing, and it was a study done by which university was it?
I
actually
forget.
concluded?
Hold on, I can bring up the article real quick.
I'm
But
just
it was
saying that
the
Alex
site.
Jones-
The site was actually
is-
sourced, and it was
There is science behind this.
Yes.
so there were chemicals that were turning the frogs gay.
Oh my
It was the
God.
University of California, Berkeley.
Berkeley. Okay.
It was Berkeley University.
Berkeley University.
So, first of all, can you believe this? Alex Jones, the whole time everyone was talking so much shit and saying he was out of his mind, saying that there are chemicals that's turning the frogs gay.
But I
Guess
think
what?
You actually supposed to respect him. What the fuck?
No,
I'm
no,
not-
no,
I just-
no,
exactly.
no,
I
I'm
can't-
confused
no,
whether
I
that's
can't- my-
accepted or not.
I can't even. I
No.
can't accept this.
No, he said some other off the wall shit that I would be like, no, I still don't respect you, bro. Even if you're right on
I'm
this
saying,
one.
I'm
No.
saying, next thing you know, he's gonna be right about the government weather machines.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Did you see that video about that machine that can make artificial clouds?
Oh God, please, no. We don't need to give
There
him
is
more
that is
credit
a
than he
thing.
needs. I mean, come on.
I just can't believe Berkeley just decided to be like, you know what? Let's see if we can put that to the test and see if that's true.
That's pretty much what they did.
Look,
He wished it to
look,
existence.
guys.
Spoke it to
Look,
existence.
guys.
Oh, my
It's not
God.
gonna be long before this podcast. We have to wear our tinfoil hats.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is someone conspiring? We
Yeah,
gotta
it's
send for the
conspiracy.
man.
You got sent for the man.
God damn.
Well,
he's
that's the
sending-
thing. It's not a conspiracy anymore. It's
Yeah.
proven
So
fact.
he wants to send for the man, so y'all know what that means.
Yeah, we gotta send
I've got
Oh
balls
my
of
God.
steel.
Send it for the
I
man.
just I
Yeah.
can't accept I can't accept the fact that Alex Jones was right.
A miracle.
God damn it.
I still don't want to say he is yet.
A miracle.
I don't want to say he is yet. Can't we just
No,
wait?
He is though. I
Can't we
mean,
just wait and see?
Yeah.
Look,
gotta live with it a little bit. You
So,
can let it settle in. Just live with it a little bit first and see
with this,
and see
like,
how
No, I
it feels.
can't, dude. Like
the
hearing
chat-
that, I just died a little bit inside.
hold on, so the chat is saying homotoads, but this is going from male to female. So would this be trans frog? I don't know.
something like that.
Don't give anybody any ideas.
I'm just wondering here. I don't know.
Watch, look.
Because then
look.
we'll start
Next
hearing
thing-
about gender neutral toads and
I'm
frogs.
No,
just
no,
saying.
no. The next thing,
I
because
give
everyone was giving Trump that shit when he was saying the chloroquine whatever for fucking COVID. Now watch. Now the trans community are gonna be taking atrazine to transition.
Uh-oh. You hear this? Y'all hear this?
They're just gonna do that shit at home.
Man.
Yeah.
See, now it's a whole
God damn it,
different
Berkeley! Why did you have to do that? Do that science?
story.
I'm telling you,
We may
man.
see it.
That is.
Might be. We may see it. I don't know. I mean,
God damn it! It turned the frogs gay.
Tim, hey, we're doing the phone gender. What the heck?
Fucking Alex
I mean,
Jones.
How do you have that kind of forefront information and just I don't know.
yeah.
All
see,
right,
let's
I
get-
say let's move on to weekly picks.
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get mine out of the way first.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, it's an oldie but a goodie. It's an anime. I love it. It's only 3 episodes long. It's an OVA.
Your
If
mom.
anybody remembers, Gunsmith Cats.
Good one.
It's a great thing. It's a great anime. I love it. It's set in the U.S. It's in Chicago, or was it Detroit? I can't remember.
I don't know. They shooting there.
But
both look the
it's
same nowadays.
it's all about it's about Raleigh Vincent, who's not only a gun shop owner, she's also a bounty hunter. She has her friend May, who's loves explosives. But I mean, it's a great little buddy cop deal. It's it's 3 episodes long, but it's fun. Definitely watch Gunsmith Cats. It's fun if you can find it.
Where can okay? Well, that's what I was about to say. If you want people to watch it, where can they purchase? Where can they partake in the purchase of said anime?
Without incriminating yourself.
I'm pretty sure that you can. I'm pretty sure you can find it on some legitimate sites. I didn't really look into it, but like I bought my copy from Amazon. It is a fairly
how much?
rare anime. I got mine for $40.
That's not too bad.
Ooh,
But
it's not too bad.
Given how much
if
we
you
used
want to
pay
get
for
it like
Guns
brand
N' Roses,
new,
like, huh.
That's not too bad.
if you want to get it like brand new or something like that, you're going to be paying a little bit upwards, like to 70, maybe to $100, because it is kind of a fairly rare anime.
The gouge.
But I mean, it's worth it. But I'm sure you can find some reputable like quick sites to be able to find Gunsmith Cats to watch online.
Okay.
Always rely on the
Yeah.
host.
Here we
The
go. The
Hoshima.
Hoshima stuff.
God damn it, the Hoshi
Matter
man.
of fact, let me see where I can find it.
Him and the Hoshi man.
Well, why is he doing that? Anyone else want to go next?
I'll go next then.
Okay.
So let's just make it real quick. If anyone hadn't been paying attention to Netflix, Terminator 2 is on there. Literally the best sequel of any movie.
Ever.
Any movie, the best sequel of ever. Yeah, of ever.
I knew you were gonna say.
Terminator 2. Enough said. It's back on Netflix. If I think the last time it was on Netflix was so many damn years ago. It's been a while.
I still own the DVD.
So yeah, you can catch it. It's honestly, like I said, the best movie sequel. Probably it really set the bar for action films going forward. As far as pacing, storytelling, everything, sci-fi, it's everything all in one. If you haven't seen Terminator 2, I mean, shit. I remember watching it when I was a kid. When I probably had that movie on loop. I could probably say the whole script from beginning to end. Like, I've seen that movie so many times. It's great, and it never gets old. So, yeah, you can catch it on Netflix.
If you still have the DVD, just pop it in and boop.
Yep, it's true.
Anyone else?
But for streaming platforms, it's always been kind of elusive. It's always never been like, readily available on like Hulu or Netflix.
There you go.
But I think for Gunsmith Cats, I think you can find it on Crunchyroll.
There you go. I mean, as much as people don't like Crunchyroll, it's there as an option. So, there you go.
Yes,
it should be there, hopefully. I mean, I could always check to make sure it's there.
If you're real clever with ad blockers, you can watch it without the ads. Certain ad blockers will work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just don't get that HD quality, though.
Better to see it than not see it at all.
Alright.
Go ahead, Wingzo.
My God.
I guess I'll go. Actually, this is a recent game that just came out not too long ago. Monster Hunter Stories 2. It's actually a pretty good RPG. I'm actually enjoying it.
Well, that's good. I mean, you can find it just about everywhere now.
Yeah. Well, for those that want to get into the game, you don't really have to play the first game like that. To be honest with you, you can just play part 2 and just enjoy the game for what it is. But if you do want to get the first game is on 3DS and mobile. And I'm still playing the first game in between the second game.
Okay.
But I'm loving the combat system though. It's pretty much better than the first game though.
Wait, which game?
Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Oh, the one that you really could not wait. You could not wait to get off the fucking, what was it, the meeting, so you could play it. The one that was like literally gonna vanish in like 15 minutes if you didn't play it.
God, you could have played once.
Sending all the shots.
Dude, Monster Hunter Stories 2 is crack right now, so I'm loving the game. I'm loving the fucking story.
It's crack?
It's crack.
Do you need... Dang.
Crack. You need
okay, I thought you said crap. I was like...
Just so you know, when November hits, once Shin Megami Tensei 5 and Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker shows up, my life is over. Y'all ain't gonna see me for a bit.
Oh, God.
Well,
of all the games, you said Shin Megami Tensei in October, and there's literally like all these other games that are coming out.
November it comes out.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, actually, there's a lot of games dropping in October. Yeah. If I recall.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
God damn you all.
Not to my pick for.
Forza Horizon 5. That's what I was gonna ask about. Who's all getting it? Because I think we should get a crew together.
As long as
I'll get on Xbox.
As long as it's not a
Car Club
memory sucker, I'm fine with it. Like they did with Gears of War, I'm fine with it.
Nintendo. Where you
all right.
Remember, it's gonna be on PC as well, so.
PC. Yeah, I'm getting it on PC. It's crossplay between Xbox and PC.
Yeah.
It's crossplay between it, so Ben's getting it. Vince getting it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on.
I don't know. Mr. Wing Zero, are you gonna get it?
I'm gonna try to get it. I'm still thinking about it.
Well, you could just get Ultimate Game Pass, so get Game Pass.
Yeah, if you get.
My nigga, if you think I'm gonna turn on my Xbox just to get a Game Pass?
No, on PC.
No, you can get on PC.
No, get on
Game Pass. If you get Game Pass Ultimate, it covers PC, Xbox, and even streaming on your phone too. You can stream the game to your phone with.
Do you think I want to use the Microsoft Store? I hate the Microsoft.
You don't have to use the Microsoft Store. You don't have to. You just use the Xbox Game Bar that's built into Windows.
Yeah,
he's got a point.
True.
You don't have to do anything.
But if I can get Forza 5 on Steam, then I'll get it on Steam.
All right. Yeah, you will be able to.
Like I said, I'm still thinking about it because I don't even know when's that game coming out.
November.
October.
October.
I think it's coming out. Let me actually check Game Pass right now. Let's see. I think it's let me see it because I have it preload. Well, I did the preload on Game Pass. It says it's going to be Forza Horizon 5 is going to be available in October.
There you go. October.
Wait, somebody said November 22nd.
November 22nd. Someone said yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right. No, it is.
November 22nd.
Okay, that's the same.
November.
November 4th. November 4th. This is release date November 4th, 2021.
Right.
Yeah, November. I'm huge maybe because
you better start saving up your money, buddy. I'm just saying.
Somebody asked if any of us was getting Aliens Fire Team.
You know, I haven't seen.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a team. Was it? It's a co-op team shooter, right? I believe Fire Team is. It's what apparently was the Colonial Marines was supposed to be, and that we didn't get. So I'm going to wait first to see how it plays out, and if it does well, then I don't mind getting it.
Yeah.
Because I'm always looking for co-op playing. Always team shooting, team shooters or whatever. I'm always looking for co-op play. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, oh yeah, I may as well see all this stuff. God damn it! Oh, I was going to recommend Digimon Hackers Memories because I actually finished that fucking game.
I love Digimon. That's my game right now. I still gotta finish Hackers Memories.
I'm not going to spoil the ending because ultimately, but I fucking love the Digimon 2 games. They're fucking amazing games.
Digimon Evolutions never made sense to me, but they always turn out to be something cool.
Yeah, that's the point with Digimon. It's just have fun.
My childhood right there, fucking Digimon.
Yeah, same with me, Cody. I love Digimon, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You start with a kitten, and then at the end of it, it becomes like a mecha lizard with a machine gun on it. It's like what?
Isn't there one that starts out as like some animal, but then it becomes like some sexy chick?
Yeah, whatchamacallit? That night girl with the titties?
Yes.
The angel girl with the titties? Yeah.
Looks like she's wearing like RoboCop's helmet.
Oh, Angel
Mom.
Yeah,
and then she has Angel Mom.
There you go.
For the longest time, what was it? The fat fodder for fucking what was it for Digimon was what's her name? Renamon. For the longest time. I'm glad they finally got something other than that.
I don't know, man. You have the Gardevoir from Pokemon.
Oh God, no.
That's a can of worms we do not want to get into.
They're saying that the manga is better than the anime for Gunsmith Cats. That's what they're saying.
Oh no, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Usually books are better than video adaptations.
Woman.
Yeah.
But to answer Ben's question, the best Digimon in that game is Angelomon and Devilmon and Lady Devilmon's fusion.
Yeah. Definitely.
Broken.
Does she turn into a Korean booty slut?
No, she fucking OTKs like alien. Like she fucking save you with so much fucking hassle and shit. But I haven't fucking done that in Hackers Memory, man. I fucking not do it. The fucking worst fucking Digimon, man. Was that battle? You had to fight this fucking bunch of evil knights versions, and this fucking one woman OTKs you because if she kisses you, you're dead. Instantly, fucking piece of shit.
One hit kills. Well, that happens, I guess. Well, I say my weekly pick.
Go on, then.
I'm going to go with Xenoblade Chronicles X. That's right. Now,
that's a abstract one. Okay.
Yeah.
I still have that on my Wii U.
It's a very underrated game.
Yeah, very underrated game. I still
have it on my Wii U also.
Yeah. For those who didn't know, not too long ago, Xenoblade Chronicles just got an HD remaster. I'm wondering when this game is going to get an HD remaster for the Switch. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too, because I never got to finish it on the Wii U.
Yeah, the Wii U one is really good. And the 4-player.
I thought that's what the definitive edition was. I thought that's what that was, though.
It has X on it?
No, it's Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah, this is
the one that you have your own mecha.
Yeah, this is not. This is different. Yeah.
Yeah. This one it's 4-player co-op. You can get your mechs together and actually have fun with the game. And I felt that this one deserved more credit than what it got. So I would love to see that, try and make a comeback or HD remaster or something so that, Switch players can actually experience, what the Wii U players had a chance to, or never got a chance to finish, I should say. So I would love to see that happen.
Remove the censorship.
Remove
Yeah.
all censorship.
Well, I mean, if you want the censorship removed, just get it on the Switch.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what.
No, Xenoblade Chronicles X never came out. We never got a
remaster. So yeah, we never got a remaster. Hopefully.
No, I know that, but I mean, anytime if you want anything that's not censored, it's on Switch.
Yeah, that's what they do. That is exactly what they do. So
Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 is also there as well. So go and do them as well.
It's almost that time, folks.
Yeah, it's that time. We have finished.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey,
The chance of the final
we went a
curtain.
long time. That's 4 hours. That's 4 hours, man. So
yeah. 4 hours. I want to go back to bed and play the fucking game.
Yeah, you got a lot of work ahead of you on that one, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of work ahead of me. Yep. So, but I guess this is where we'll say bye. Thank you for coming out and supporting us, everyone. We appreciate it. It was a long day, but I still got a lot of drinking to do before I edit this thing. Definitely.
Yep.
But no, this was fun, and I'll make sure that everyone takes care. Everyone be safe, and for all things that we talked about, please, watch out for each other. Look out for each other. You see something bad happen, like we talked about the gambling stuff. Watch out. Warn each other. Let them know what's going on. If someone's having problems with addiction, by all means, please look out for each other. You know what I mean? Like, this is the only way it's going to get done, especially in our community, is by looking out for each other, telling people exactly what's going on, even if they don't want to hear it. Sometimes the truth is hard to swallow for some people. So you have to make sure that it's there. It's always about the intention. You know what I mean?
But then again, it can only help the willing.
Yeah. It can only help the willing.
Pretty much.
I mean, you can't save everyone, but you can help those who are willing. So with that said, from all of us to all of you, thank you. We appreciate it, and y'all be safe.
Yeah.
Again, we are out.
Love
y'all. Stay safe. Stay safe, y'all.
Love y'all, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Korean booty sluts, don't forget.
It's a thing.